time for tonight's pregame show brought to you by Belvedere Roofing. Let's head to the broadcast booth and join Brandon Ewan Cheshin.
Well, good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside the Grant Fuhr Arena, the unofficial kickoff to the 2023-2024 season, as we got full coverage tonight of the annual blue-white game here from Grant Fuhr Arena alongside Tyler Woke and Dean Millard tonight. First off, Tyler, take us through the summer, hit the golf course a couple times, but I'm sure you're just thrilled to be back in the rink here tonight to get this one underway.
Yeah, pretty pumped to be back here, Brandon. That's for sure. Another exciting season of Saints hockey upcoming. And, yeah, it's been a great summer. Played a lot of golf. Definitely didn't get any better as the rounds piled up. But looking forward to being back here at the Grant Fuhr. A chilly, brisk Grant Fuhr here this evening, I may say, with it being about plus 30 outside here in Spruce Grove today. But, yeah, pumped to be back and excited about this upcoming season of Saints hockey.
To the ice, a lot of players to touch on tonight. We're going to go down to Dean Millard. He's got an angle tonight on a couple kids in a league that he covers most of his time. Dean?
Thank you very much, Brandon. Guys, I tried to dress for the occasion tonight, the blue-white game, and there are 7 players that played in the Junior Prospects Hockey League last year wearing those colors that will also want to wear blue and white. And it starts in goal with a pair of them. Ryan DeCook of Lethbridge, Joe Quintilio of Edmonton. They were opponents last year. They will be teammates tonight. On their side as well, Owen Lekelt, Cole Cronowit, both played for the Titans Hockey Union last year. And for Team White, 3 players from the JPHL. Max Watson of HC Edmonton, as well as Matthew Lessick from the Titans, and Brady Magarel joining his brother in this game from Lethbridge last year. So all of those guys trying to make a big impact. And you talk about it being chilly in here for sure. 38 degrees outside. I'm sure the heat will be turned up on a few players in this one as well. Brandon?
Thanks, Dean. He'll be with us tonight throughout our coverage with live interviews on the bench as well as some walk-off interviews after each period tonight. And talking to some scouts, talking to some people that were around main camp all weekend. I was here for a bit. So are you, Tyler. The pace has been impressive. It's been entertaining. It's been exciting. There's lots of new faces coming into the organization for this season. You look at numbers, 11 players are gone, 12 are returning, so slightly more from last season compared to this one, but you got an interesting statistic when it comes down to the amount of percentage of goals the Saints are unfortunately losing from last year's team to this year's team.
Yeah, the top 6 scorers from last season's Saints team have either moved on to college or have aged out or have also got traded. So 132 goals out of the 261 goals for that the Saints have scored is something that they're looking to replace this year. And as you mentioned, there's a lot of young guys that have come into the line or have been brought into the Saints camp here that are looking to kind of bridge that gap and to try to find some of that goal scoring and offensive touch that the Saints are losing from last season. And you said it, Brandon, the camp this last weekend, the inter-squad games, 4 separate teams here over a couple days at the Grant Fuhr, the pace was extremely high. Probably one of the most physical training camps that I've seen with the Saints here in our past 7 years. And it's really exciting to see all these guys coming in from different areas of the world, different areas of North America. So a lot of high-end skilled players and a lot of high-octane offensive players as well.
Taking a look at the guys that left, it was a talented group. Luigi Benacasa off to Ferris State, Breck McKinley off to Bowling Green, Brophy Dunn just up the road to Nate, Ewan McPherson traded to Sherwood Park. More on that trade in a moment. Isaac Abbott off to Bodwin College, Ethan Lair off to Nate, Liam Watkins down south, Carson White is going to be figuring out what he wants to do this season. Caden Chabot off to McEwen. Morgan Brady is out. Simon Loveson hopefully cracking the Thunderbirds roster. And Brandon Spalding also not returning for the Spruce Grove Saints. But let's talk about the trade from a couple weeks ago. There was a couple in the offseason. The first one, Ryder Mader acquired from Sherwood Park, who acquired him via Fort McMurray just a couple weeks earlier. Didn't actually touch the ice for Sherwood Park and is now a member of the Spruce Grove Saints. Rob Sklaruk will touch on him more in the first intermission, but a guy that played for Rob with Team Canada West at the World Junior A Challenge and, of course, against the Saints for now a couple seasons with Fort McMurray. What does Ryder bring to the club, Tyler?
Well, he's also a guy that I've known for a number of years, probably for at least eight, 9 years. coached him in spring hockey, did a lot of development training with him as well. He's a guy that Saints fans can really expect to just, check a lot of boxes. He's just a really good hockey player, great in a lot of areas. He's a good skater. He's wins face-offs. He's a right-handed centerman. He's physical. He gets in on the forecheck. He can play that pest game, but he's also got some offensive ability. Only had 29 points in 50 games last year with the Fort McMurray Oil Barons, but as you mentioned, a player who's already committed to Michigan Tech here, and a guy who I think is really going to solidify the Saints right down the middle of the ice. And when you start looking at the different pieces that are going to be returning down the middle of the ice, it's going to be a real big strength of this hockey team moving forward this season. And your success really starts in the middle of the ice, and I really look to see Ryder kind of flourish in a number of different areas, playing with a little bit more confidence, shooting the puck a lot more, getting involved on the forecheck, and as I mentioned, kind of being a bit of a pest and getting under the other team's skin. I love the way that he forechecks. He's just going to give you an honest effort every night.
The 0-4 from Beaumont playing tonight with Hunter Brown and Ashton Hutchinson. We'll take a break from Spruce Grove, come back with more. You're listening to the Belvedere Roofing pregame show ahead of the Blue-White game.
Jordan Chi is your local expert at Century 21 Masters. If you're a first-time home buyer, interested in investment properties, or simply trying to find your forever home, call Jordan Chi for a free quote or consultation. His professional team will go above and beyond to make sure your home buying or selling experience is stress-free. Jordan Chi, proud sponsor of the Saints Period and Game Summary.
GS Construction specializes in water and wastewater underground infrastructure. Our clients include all levels of government, utilities, and private developers. For a full list of services, head to gsconstruction.ca. GS Construction, proud partners of your Spruce Grove Saints.
This is the Belvedere Roofing pregame show.
Back in Spruce Grove as our coverage continues tonight of the annual Blue-White game live from the Grant Fuhr Arena. Brandon Iwan-Cheshin, Tyler Woke, and Dean Millard with you on this Tuesday night. A hot one outside, but it is a perfect temperature inside. Not very often do you get to call a hockey game in a golf shirt, but I'm going to attempt to do it tonight. One more trade we got to touch on as well. It was a signing and a trade, Tyler, and that's the Fetchko brothers. They come in highly touted. We'll start things off with Marcus, who is the younger one, the 05 from New Jersey. Played last season with the Windy City Storm in the HPHL way out east. He joins the club now playing with his brother, what we think the first time playing on the same club. And his brother, of course, Trey Fetchko, the ASU Sun Devil commit, also hailing from New Jersey. Spent last year with the Trail Smoke Eaters in the BCHL, but the brothers, a big off-season acquisition as well for the GM and the club.
Yeah, we touched on it just before the break there. There's a lot of offense that needs to be filled in here this upcoming season, and those are two guys that are definitely going to be leaned upon. Trey Fetchko, a guy who's already committed to the Arizona State University, is going to be a Sun Devil. As you mentioned, coming from the Trail Smoke Eaters, had 23 points in 25 games. Nearly a point a game in the BCHL is very impressive. That is a very deep, a very, very good league. So I think in the four inter-squad games during camp, he had 10 goals in 4 games. He's going to be a guy that's going to be explosive, dynamic, all of those different boxes. He checks all of them. And then Marcus, the younger brother, again, another guy who is well over a point a game, 24 points in 15 games last year with the Windy City Storm. So definitely looking forward to those two guys really lighting it up and probably having some serious chemistry. Two guys that are, grew up together. There's only a 2-year age gap between the two of them, and really exciting to see what those two guys are going to bring to the table here this season.
We talked about offense. That's the offense coming in for the Spruce Grove Saints. Let's talk about the defense. Ryan Johnstone, the 04 from Pickering, Ontario. He joins the Spruce Grove Saints. And although he put up some numbers, he's known for a bit of being a defensive forward. I watched him at the National Junior A Championship, I should say, as well as the World Junior A Challenge. Played for Team Canada East and then was also at the National Championship with Pickering, who were the winners of the Ontario Junior Hockey League last year. Another big guy that joins the organization, was looking for a move out west and found a home here in Spruce Grove.
Yeah, it's always interesting how those types of short-term events and having different eyes on you, and that was definitely one of the guys that Rob Sklaruk really talked about after the National Junior A Challenge tournament as a guy that, potentially would fit the mold of being a Saint. And, Rob Sklaruk goes out and gets him here this offseason, a left-handed shot. You mentioned from Pickering, Ontario, at 37 points in 44 games, 5'11", 209. That's a heavy man who's going to be able to get in on the forecheck. Had a chance to watch him briefly over the weekend. A guy who skates really, really well, and I think another guy who's just going to add a different kind of, it factor this upcoming season.
Lineups tonight brought to you by GS Construction, your leaders in underground infrastructure. Head to gsconstruction.ca for a full list of services. Up front for Team White tonight, Carter Oakenfold, Teo Pisani, and Trey Fetchko. Ryder Mader will center Hunter Brown and Ashton Hutchinson. Jack Drake will center the third line with Ty Broughton and Junshi Hideshima. And on the fourth line for Team White, Max Watson in the middle between Brady Magerel and Joseph Stabley. On the back end, Hudson Whitney with Jed Magerel, Brett Barnes with Matthew Lessick, and Nathan Skiffington with Spencer Gryba. Zach Onescu will start for Team White, and Liam Jackson will take over midway through. For Team Blue tonight, up front, Alexander Babbage, Ryan Johnstone, and Hunter Bill. Bryson Akins will center Josh Polak and Marcus Fetchko. On the third line, Owen LeKelt in between Cole Cronowit and Bradley Gallo. And finally, Nolan Struick between Adam Perron and Talon Lewis. On the back end, Dane DeLaze with Adam Lang, Seamus Fetzner with William Brophy, and Rylan Hamstra with Nathan Hawkins. Ryan DeCook will get the call with Joseph Quintilio taking over halfway through. That will wrap up the Belvedere Roofing pregame show here from Spruce Grove. We'll take a break and come back with Puck Drop. It's the annual Blue-White game from Spruce Grove coming up next right here on the Saints YouTube channel.
Access Insurance Group makes buying insurance easy. Our team has the tools and expertise to help make the insurance process clearer, all while giving you more choice. For more information, please visit accessinsurancegroup.com. Access Insurance, proud sponsor of the Saints Power Play.
Your roof protects you and your family from the elements. But when was the last time it was professionally inspected? Since 1976, Belvedere Roofing is a name you can count on. With over 125 years of combined commercial, industrial, and residential roofing experience, Belvedere Roofing is proud to offer the best quality roofing systems and the service you deserve. For new construction, re-roofing projects, and repairs throughout northern Alberta, Belvedere Roofing has your roofing needs covered. Request a quote today at belvedereroofing.com.
The Sawmill Prime Rib and Steakhouse is all about Alberta, hospitality, and all about beef. Perfectly aged and splendidly cooked. Our world-class Alberta beef represents the simple yet classic dinner. Even better if crowned with a half-pound butter-roasted lobster tail. Try our mouth-watering prime rib, or try our juicy, tender, center-cut sirloin steak sandwich. The Sawmill Prime Rib and Steakhouse since 1976.
There's now a new sawmill to enjoy. Visit the Stony Plain location for your dining pleasure.
Backdoor pass, they score! Evan Sunder! In front, open net, they score! Ethan Cronowitz! Look out there as he's blown up by Brophy Dunn! Rebound for Chabot! He scores! Oh my goodness! Denied by Onescu with an absolute game saver. Lair still on it, walks around, fires! Scores! Ethan Lair! Game winner! Series clincher!
What a pretty passing play there, Brandon! Unreal. How poetic. What a series. What an effort. And what a season.
It's time for Spruce Grove Saints hockey on the Saints Radio Network. We now join the voices of the Spruce Grove Saints, Brandon Ewan Cheshin and Tyler Woke.
Happy Tuesday, hockey fans, and welcome to Spruce Grove in the Grant Fuhr Arena. It's the annual Blue versus White game at the tail end of main camp before we head into the preseason, which starts Thursday for the Spruce Grove Saints, part of their preseason showcase brought to you by the city of Spruce Grove. 2 games going on each day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Live look at Tyler Woke, who is double duty right now. Fantasy football on the left, and broadcasting a hockey game on the right.
I got my 2 picks in. I had 13th overall pick and just made 2 picks. So now I won't draft for about an hour.
That's good you can get him done before we get underway.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley, Amon Ross, St. Brown, so not bad.
In a game like this is the first time it's been, I'm going to say, professional. All the other ones were just scrimmages. This is more of an inter-squad game. Referees, a whole warm-up, a flood, proper periods, everything like that. As we take a look at the Team Blue bench coached by Boyd Olsen on the other side, Brandon Switchell man things for Team White. But what do players need to do in a game like this? Kind of a last-second chance to impress the staff and the scouts before they make cuts before preseason.
Well, you always want to come into a camp and just showcase everything to the best of your abilities. If you're a checker, you're going in hard, you're playing physical, you're getting in the other team's face. If you're a goal scorer, you're trying to create opportunities offensively. You're a playmaker, you're trying to make plays. You don't want to play outside of your skin. No different than when things get into the regular season. You want to be able to just play to the best of your abilities. You want to make an impact every single shift. Get in on the forecheck, play hard, and don't cheat the game.
Crowd on hand tonight for the blue-white game. Spruce Grove Saints, as always, trying to give back to the community as best as they can, asking all fans tonight to bring a donation for the Parkland Food Bank. And Team White versus Team Blue. And you take a look up and down the rosters, both teams very evenly matched. Zach Onescu at one end will go for Team White, Ryan DeCook at the other for Team Blue. We'll go in-house here at Grant Fuhr Arena. Pause for the introductions. Oh, Canada, and come back with puck drop here from Spruce Grove, the annual Blue-White game live on the Saints YouTube channel.
The coaches for tonight's game for Team White, the ever-popular Brandon Bad News Switzer. And for Team Blue, the always feisty Boyd, the Operator Olsen. We'd ask that you please rise, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada in the books here tonight from Spruce Grove. Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders, brought to you by Source Office Furnishings. Check them out online at source.ca. In goal for Team White, wearing number 31 tonight, Zach Onescu, the 04 from Edmonton, 18-2-1 last year with Spruce Grove in the AJHL, a 2.06 and a .924. At the other end, there he is, Ryan DeCoke. Spent last season with Lethbridge United in the Junior Prospect Hockey League, 7-7-2, a 2.78 goals against and a .920 save percentage. Brendan Wincheshin, Tyler Woken, Dean Millard with you tonight for the annual Blue-White game live from the Grant Fuhr Arena. And we're live on YouTube. We got a chat box, so feel free to tune in and chime in. Tell us where you're tuning in from here tonight. We'd love to hear from you from the broadcast booth here in Spruce Grove. Team Blue just inside their own zone. Hunter Brown providing pressure, but the puck knocked all the way down inside White territory. Max Watson on it down low for Team Blue, looking for it in the corner, sends it across the ice at the blue line. Adam Lang gonna hold it, fire a shot, tipped just wide. Nearly caught the driving Ryan Johnstone back door, but now picked up by Jed Magarol. Tossed around the wall, and Hunter Brown will get it out as Alexander Babbage lays the first big check of the game on Hudson Whitney in the far corner. And now Whitney with it down low behind his own cage. Spent last season with the Phoenix Junior Coyotes all the way down south. The Scottsdale, Arizona native in the T1 EHL U18 division. And Tyler Woke down at ice level. Double duty tonight, fantasy football and the color analyst of the Spruce Grove Saints. Big check from Babbage to start things off.
Yeah, that was a real heavy check. We talked about the physicality being really cranked up in the camp, and there was a real big introduction for Hudson Whitney, who takes that heavy blow from Babbage.
Puck battle down low behind the white net, moved around left wing side, punched along by Teo Pastani, the Nebraska Omaha commit, signed to an LOI by Spruce Grove midway through last season. Puck will be picked up down low by Team Blue. They'll drift things to the near side wall, where it's sent back inside white territory, pending icing waved off, as Pastani's on it down low. Around the wall. Team White looking to get it out, picked up by Bradley Gallo. He'll go down low. Sharp angle shot by Team Blue is off the back of the net, back out to center. Good defensive play at the blue line to break things up, but White will stay on it and bust their way inside the blue zone before it's knocked off the glass, back out to center. And up the right side wall, Fetchko looking for it down low. Puck rimmed around, picked up near side by Junshi Hideshima. He'll toss things back behind the white cage. And at the left wing side, Matthew Lessick out to center. Now punched in by Team White through neutral and drifted all the way inside the near corner. Blue around the near side wall, threw it up the gut, picked off there, sent back to the blue line. Lessick attempting a shot, it just gets through barely to DeCook, and he will hang on for the whistle. DeCook. And Ryan DeCook, an interesting story. Played last year, the inaugural season in the Junior Prospect Hockey League, was one of the best, if not the best, goaltender in the league. Managed to shut down some pretty high-octane teams like the Titans on a couple times that I was able to see. But a welcomed addition to camp and vying for a spot here on the Spruce Grove Saints.
Yeah, 7-7 last year, but when you look at his underlying numbers, a 2.78 goals against average and a 920 save percentage, pretty impressive numbers to only go 500 throughout the season. So a really good season for DeCook, and he's definitely trying to do his best here to try and crack the squad.
Team Blue at the white blue line, going to knock things in. Zach Onescu back to set it up for the white squad. He'll go near side wall, punched off the glass to the blue line, slapped right back down low. And now a race for it behind the cage. Talon Lewis will send that cross ice, picked up off the wall, a sharp angle shot, patted aside by Zach Onescu, his first good test of the game. That one coming off the twig of Hunter Bill from the far side circle. Another check near side, Johnstone back on the attack through the puck middle, hoping to find Babbage. It's fended off and sent back down low below the goal line. Johnstone back to the top, waiting, firing a shot that just got tipped wide on its way to the cage was Seamus Fetchner. And now the battle ensues again back behind the white net. Team White able to come out with it, go right wing side. Spencer Greiba, though, unable to clear the zone. Down low, Johnstone trying to backhand it towards Onescu, caught the back of the cage and went wide. Now Babbage in front, sharp angle try, and that one off Hunter Bill, drifts wide short side. Now off the blue line, William Brophy. 6'5", 205 of him, driving the puck below the goal line before the puck is fired out into the Team Blue bench. And how about William Brophy, Tyler, attending the prestigious Noble and Greenhouse School, 6'5", 205.
Yeah, he is a big, big man. We were sitting up top watching this skate on Saturday, and I don't know if there's a pair of pants that are long enough on the inseam for him. It almost looked like he was wearing just a pair of like yoga shorts out on the ice. But a big, big fella. And just really quickly, a couple big stops by Onescu. That first one, a great opportunity for Hunter Bill, a guy who we didn't really touch on in the pregame. a guy that can definitely score a lot of goals, had 19 goals in 23 games playing at the Notre Dame Academy in Wisconsin, and he's going to be a guy that's going to definitely contribute a lot on the offensive side of the puck for the Saints this upcoming season.
Nathan Hawkins with that shot, gobbled up by Zach Onescu, and Nathan Hawkins now set to be a full-time Saint. The 06 from Lethbridge played 4 games last year, scored a big goal on November 12th. It actually tied the game at 5 against Drayton Valley. The Saints went on to win that one 8-5 way back in 2022. Team Blue bringing the pressure here throughout this first period. Sharp angle shot blocker to side by Onescu, and Team White now to center. And up the left side wall, Hunter Brown stopping up top of the circles, toss it back to the line. Long pinballer just sent wide in front by Ryan DeCote. Just got a piece of it with his blocker. Now Hawkins up the far side wall, trying to get the puck out. Long shot again, stick to side by DeCote, looking sharp so far. Shots on goal brought to you by Friesenbros. 3-2 in favor of Team White, who have now taken the lead in the shot clock department. Turnover at the offensive zone blue line, and Team Blue is up ice. Now a little backhand try denied by Zach Onescu as Josh Polak came streaking in with a head of steam. Sharp angle try again, turned aside by Onescu. This time he'll hang on for the whistle, and Zach Onescu getting the brunt of the scoring chances so far here 5 minutes in.
Yeah, Polak gets that partial breakaway. Nice move to the backhand. Just can't elevate up over that blocker's side, but Zach Onescu, a guy that's just such an athletic netminder. Great job of just pushing from his left to his right and makes that save look very easy.
Team Whites on it near side wall. They'll punch it to center. Brad Gallo on it there to knock it right back in. Onescu back to play it. 5 minutes gone here in the first period of the annual Blue-White game. No score yet, as this one's been pretty even so far. Going to drive the cage down low as Cole Cronowit turned to side, and the puck will drift down low. Giveaway though, Adam Lang on the far side circle. But a peel back to the corner. Team Blue all over it, but coming away is Team White. Teo Pisani through it middle. Here's Trey Fetchko, the ASU commit, dancing in. Fetchko down low, fires, and DeCote got a piece of it to send that one up and into the safety netting back behind of the blue net, but it's also going to be a penalty on the play. The first one of the hockey game, interference assessed to Blue.
Fetchko, what a move though, coming in on his right-hand side, right-handed shot, a little outside, inside, back to the outside. Ends up creating a great opportunity for himself, but DeCote makes a great stop. As we have another look at it here, a little whoop. How's she going to the outside, inside, and then he tries to go short side just over the left shoulder of DeCote, but he makes a big stop.
The Team White to the power play for the first time tonight. Puck was loose inside the crease. DeCote might have had it there. We'll get an early whistle from Alex Homer, who was reffing from the Alberta Junior Hockey League tonight. .13 seconds elapsed in the Team White power play. Scramble face-off picked up by White. Unable to hold the line, though, to drift back out to center. And on it there, Trey Fetchko. Looking for the puck in neutral. Grabbed by Nolan Struick and sent back inside of the offensive zone, killing some more time off of this White power play. Here's Oakenfold up ice. The RPI commit left wing side, looking to find Hunter Brown, getting some power play time here in the annual Blue-White game. Puck found again by Blue, but Magrill able to hold the line, fire a shot. That one just drifted high and wide to DeCote's blocker side. Puck sent back down low below the goal line. Hunter Brown in the far corner, dancing back and forth. Sends the puck back to the top. Magrill lost it in his skates, then took down his man Babbage, who will find it inside the ozone. Fire a long shot. That drifts high and rims nearly out of the zone, but kept in. And play halted on another penalty coming up down low inside of the White zone. A tripping call assessed to Magrill. They'll go 4-on-4 for 52 seconds.
Quick chip play there by Babbage, another returning Saints player. Tries to chip it by his for his teammate from last season, Jed Magrill, and they just kind of collide skates there, as that did take away a good opportunity for Babbage to go on a near partial breakaway.
Puck drifted middle by White, looking to get outside the zone. It just held in up top and fired right back in by Hunter Bill. Far corner of the white zone, looking to send that one down the ice. Brett Barnes held up, and the puck will stay inside. Physical presence picking up here on this Tuesday night from Spruce Grove. Johnstone back to the blue line, dragging is Hawkins. He'll go across, send the return feed to the far side wall. Johnstone again, back to the line, long shot sent wide. And the puck again retained inside the line by Team Blue. Hamstra down low, fires it around, and now White, courtesy of Barnes, will get the puck out to center. Only 8 seconds left, and the minor to Team Blue, and then they'll head on their own power play for a minute, 8 seconds. Barnes at his own blue line for White. He'll send things across, Lessick back to Barnes. Barnes up the middle, all the way down the ice. Killing some more time off this blue power play that only has 52 seconds remaining on it. Hawkins up the left side wall, sends the puck ahead. Hunter Bill drifting in, nearly sent that down low right to the wheelhouse of the incoming Fuhr, but unfortunately unable to pop that one. Blue back inside their own zone. Josh Polak drifting back in his setup. The power play breakout, there's 30 seconds left on the Team Blue power play. Adam Lang down low. Up the middle right side wall. Here's Lekelt at the O-zone blue line, sending the puck ahead. Picked up though down low and sent across by Hudson Whitney. We'll find Nathan Skiffington, gave it away though. Polak breaking back in. Looking to go backdoor. He was hauled down by the back-checking Whitney, and Team White again will sauce the puck the distance. That will do it for the Team Blue power play. Magro back on the ice. Both teams now 0 for 1 on their respective man advantages. Here's Lekelt streaking in, sharp angle shot turned aside by the goal stick of Onescu. Puck played right in front of the cage, picked up luckily by Team White, and again sent outside the zone of the far blue line. Seamus Fetzer sends things across. Will Brophy inside the zone, picked up by Lessick and sent back out to center. White back up ice, driving the net down low. Trey Fetchko again. You're going to notice him a couple times right in front of that dangerous area. Made a nifty move earlier, nearly was able to get a good shot off there. White's going to bank this off the wall, go back to Fetchko at center. Fetchko across the top of the circles, lost the handle. Gallo might have got a stick on it, as William Brophy will toss this softly down the ice. Picked up in stride by Babbage. He'll fire a shot. Onescu the stop, and the rebound corralled by Team White. I'll go back to center. Hideshima able to slip the puck down low. Fetchko once again. Trey Fetchko on his backhand. At the blue line, looking to leave things for Whitney. Picked off and sent to center. Blue back up ice. Up the right side wall, sharp angle shot attempt through traffic by Talon Lewis was broken up and the puck rimmed around. White gonna pitchfork this ahead, and here comes Fetchko for the third time on this shift. Fetchko, a toe drag shot, tracked well, and blocker to side by Ryan DeCoke. We'll now head down low to ice level. Dean Millard on the bench with Brandon Switzer.
Thank you very much, Brandon. From one Brandon to another, a guy who's not only from my hometown, named after my hometown of Brandon, Manitoba. Brandon Switzer, you love the pace so far? It seems really quick out here.
Yeah, it's been good. I think everyone's been looking forward to this from camp, and all the guys are excited, and pace has been high so far.
And during camp, from what I hear, the physicality and the pace, a lot more than maybe last year.
Yeah, extremely competitive. I think that there's guys battling for spots, and they know that, and it's just been really high compete, and the physical play has been there for sure.
Sure. Hot outside, hot in here as well. Thanks, Brandon.
No problem.
All right, Brandon, back to you.
Thank you, Dean. Down low on the Team White bench with head coach tonight, Brandon Switzer, but another penalty coming up on the play. It's going to be a high sticking call going against Team Blue. In the meantime, happened just inside the circles on the near side wall. And Team Blue is going to be shorthanded once again. White to their second power play, Tyler.
That was a lot of Brandons in about 30 seconds, but Hunter Brown takes a stick up there, up high. These numbers are just beautiful. Hunter Bill is coming back on the back check there, and Hunter Brown ends up falling down in just a weird, awkward spot. And he's slow to get up, but White's going to go to their second power play here of the evening. 0 for 1 so far.
Now Wade Sadaway, the athletic therapist and equipment manager of the Saints, and I share our love. Now, same as you with these blue jerseys and their beautiful font.
I was also going to say to you on that fetch goal opportunity, you missed your first opportunity to use toe drag release of the season. I was a little disappointed.
Preseason form, we can't bring them all out yet.
That's true. That's true.
It's the preseason as well for the broadcast crew and the players. Driving the net for Team Blue was Bryson Aikens. He was hauled down, was looking for a call. And Zach Onescu just going to smother that one with 1:20 left on the White power play.
And man, is it good to see Zach Onescu back in the net and healthy after the way that his whole season went last year. So many ups and downs, and just started to turn things around, and then had an unfortunate lower body injury and wasn't able to play in the remaining 4 games of the in the final against Brooks. And just a tough battle for him last year. So hopefully he's able to keep himself upright here this season, and I know the Saints are definitely hoping the same.
And not to discredit Jamison Kane or Spencer Mitchnick, who did a fantastic job in the crease, but you got to think if Zach Onescu spends some more time healthy in the playoffs, maybe it's a different outcome at the end.
Yeah, there's so many what ifs, but both of those two guys, like you mentioned, Kane and Mitchnick, were just so sharp in the opportunities that they were given. And you know, Brooks is Brooks. They're such a deep, talented, skilled team, and it's just those fine margins for error. There is no margin for error when you're playing a team like that.
Marcus Fetchko leading the rush on that last chance as we get a look at some of the physical play so far through tonight. 7:32 left to go in the opening frame. No score yet from Spruce Grove in the annual blue-white game. Friesen Bros shot clock 9-8 for White. As Jed Magrill picks things up off the faceoff. He'll sauce it back down low, corralled by Carter Oakenfold. Oakenfold's pressured by Josh Polak. And now Oakenfold some time with only 20 seconds left on the power play. Oakenfold out to center, cross-ice pass picked up by Fetchko, sent back to Magrill. Cross-ice feed, Hunter Brown at the top, Magrill, near side circle, Fetchko walking in, back to the top, Magrill, a one-timer. That one got through into Cook, a good stop tracking the puck down low. Blue back to full strength. White will drop now to 0 for 2 on their power plays tonight as Blue will send the puck the distance. Icing is going to be called, and a little bit of pushing and shoving back behind the plays. We get a good look at Zach Onescu, and entering now his 3rd season with the Spruce Grove Saints. Great numbers last year, just over a 2 goals against and a .924 save percentage, and just an unfortunate injury like Tyler mentioned that took him out of the postseason. And off the draw, White's at the blue line. They're going to hold the line. It'll pop up in the air, land in the high slot. Gallo a quick touch, but it's fired all the way down low by Spencer Greiba. White looking for the little chip play out. It'll fall back to Adam Lang. And Adam Lang now becoming more of a veteran in the league. Rookie season last year for the 05 from Sherwood Park. 12 points in 42 games, 39 penalty minutes. And still awaiting that elusive first AJHL goal. Thought he had it in Bonnyville. Unfortunately, got called back. But I'm sure he'll have it in no time this year, as I just gave him the classic broadcaster curse. But Adam Lang going to be a staple on the blue line this year for Spruce Grove.
Yeah, he's been really impressive here early on in camp. A big physical defenseman, right-handed shot. As you mentioned, he had a number of opportunities last year, just wasn't able to crack the code, but he looks a lot more poised and confident here this season, and just very determined and always working hard.
Puck dumped in by Seamus Fetchner. Onescu up the near side wall. Whitney back to the blue line, held in by Blue. Fetchner again, threw it down low. Babbage fired a shot. That one missed. It'll rim all the way out to center, where it's picked up by Will Brophy. Brophy back to Babbage. And as the puck is sauced ahead again, corralled by Team White. Down low, they'll rim it around out to center. Fetchner back on it for Team Blue. Around the wall for Brophy. Left things there for Johnstone, who sent it towards the middle of the ice. Trying to find Owen LeKelt. It'll sweep all the way down to Zach Onescu, who keeps the play alive by throwing the puck to the far corner. Blue able to re-corral down low. Adam Perron behind the cage for Johnstone. Back to the blue line, Hawkins. Over the left side wall. Hamstra attempting a shot that was blocked up. Getting some cheers from the Team White bench as Ashton Hutchinson got his shin pads in front of that one. Here's Hideshima on the left side wall. Chip the puck to center. As another penalty is upcoming against Team Blue, sending White to their third power play. And this one looks like it's going to be going against Blue, a holding call. You see it in the far corner of your screen. Talon Lewis off in the box for Blue.
Sorry, Ewa, we're a little dialed here.
Were you back on the clock?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out which running back I'm going to try and finagle here, but the pickings are not very good right now.
Is Babbage on the bench near you? Do you need his opinion?
No, but I'm surprised that Tanner Dawkins hasn't started looking over my shoulder, started to grade me on what we got going on here. But we're going to take Alvin Kamara, who's got to take a 3-game suspension. But
speaking of over your shoulder,
yeah.
Here's Magro at the blue line. White again on the power play, their third one of the hockey game. Magro letting it go. Tip just wide short side in front of the Team Blue nets. Re-corralled by Fetchko at the line. Magro. He'll wait, take his time. Jed Magro. Left side wall. Fetchko once again. Wearing the Alexander Ovechkin yellow laces. Sending things across. Teo Pisani was the intended target. Magro back to Fetchko. They'll go down low. Good interception there by Hawkins. Speaking of football, but unable to clear the zone. Cross-ice pass. That one clearly picked off and sent all the way down the ice by Team Blue. Onescu quicked up, though. Right back ahead. Oakenfold, the intended target over the pass from Teo Pisani. Broken up down low by Blue. At the line. Blue able again to grab that one and send it off the 2014-15 AJHL Championship banner. Here at the Rafters at the Grand. They're going to add another one before the home opener. That, of course, the 2022-23 North Division Championship banner. And there's a look at those beautiful yellow laces.
I'm just going to reserve comment on that, but beautiful pass by Onescu. A good quick up, and that was one of the areas in his game I think he really started to improve upon last year, was how quick he moves the puck up the ice. And then Adam Lang makes a couple beautiful defensive plays to end up eventually clearing that puck down the ice on the PK.
At the line, Matthew Lessick, a highly touted recruit out of the Titans Hockey Union last year in the Junior Prospects Hockey League. At the blue line for Team White, who's got 30 seconds left on the power play. Brett Barnes was the one teeing that one up. Just went high up and over the goaltender Ryan DeCook. Team White still on it, down low. Hideshima back to the top. Lessick back to Hideshima. He'll walk in a toe drag release. There it is. And Ryan DeCook there to make the stop with 14 seconds left on the White power play.
There it is, 16 minutes and 50 seconds into the first broadcast. We get an opportunity as Hideshima rips out one. Here's a look at that quick, just a good quick up play by Onescu, picked up by Pisani, and there was the first great defensive play by Lang, and then he follows it up right after that. Good little quick give and go here, and Hideshima, just such a diminutive forward, but he moves so well. He might be one of the best skaters I've ever seen laterally, and he's got a great release as well.
Blue with a break here, Bradley Gallo up ice. Gallo firing a shot blocked up by the back-checking stick of Spencer Greiba. Blue now back to full strength. White will drop to 0 for 3 on their power plays as the puck is ripped back out to center. Will Brophy at his own blue line. Cross-ice feed, bounces inside the offensive zone. Bradley Gallo on the attack. They'll rim the puck to the far corner. Picked up by Brady Magrill, younger brother of Jed, who, unlike the Fetchkos, are on the same team tonight. The coaching staff breaking up Marcus and Trey, but putting Brady and Jed together. Onescu, you mentioned it again there, Tyler. It's an art to stop pucks like that are hard rims behind the net, and able to get his pad on that one at the wall to save it from going around.
It is, and it just allows your team to just kind of settle in and be able to move the puck so much quicker rather than everybody chasing. Especially as soon as that puck gets rimmed around the wall, everybody starts chasing. They're losing their defensive positions, and everybody's scrambling.
Brophy a long shot, gloved and held by Zach Oneski. 1:46 left to go in the opening period, and Nathan Hawkins maybe now paired up with the big man Brophy as they release a couple, and there's a look at it from down low. And Brad Guzda now the new goaltending coach of the Spruce Grove Saints. Been the long-time goalie coach now for a couple seasons with the Seattle Thunderbirds. They start their training camp tomorrow down in Seattle. Fresh off a WHL championship and almost a Memorial Cup victory. Sorry to bring it back up. Tyler, who was taking his talents out in Kamloops in June at the Memorial Cup with the Seattle Thunderbirds broadcast crew, and what a series, what a tournament I should say that was after the series they got through, and unfortunately just came up short against Quebec in the final.
Yeah, just ran into a buzzsaw that were the Quebec Ramparts, and that team, even when they were up 2-3-0 in the final, they never made a mistake, and if they did make a mistake, it was it was like an F grade mistake. It was never an A plus mistake that they were making that resulted in a scoring chance the other way. That team was so incredibly impressive to watch all tournament, and I think the Thunderbirds kind of ran into some injuries and just kind of ran out of gas. And but man, oh man, what a cool experience, and a congratulations goes out to the entire staff of the Seattle Thunderbirds. And yeah, it was a real cool opportunity, something that I'm extremely thankful for.
Good puck movement on the last play by Team White, and Ryan DeCook again able to glove it down and get the whistles. We enter the final minute of play here in the first period. Brought to you by Mr. Lube in Spruce Grove, your one-stop shop for easy warranty-approved auto care, located on McLeod Ave, just about a block away from the Grant Fuhr Arena. Face-off will move just outside the white zone. Carter Oakenfold and the face-off dot against Bryson Aikens. And Oakenfold getting some help. Aikens looking to kick it inside the O-zone, but the puck sent across the blue line and now dumped in by Fetchko. DeCook around the wall. Picked up in the corner by White. Oakenfold all over it. Got the blue line, long shot by Lessick, blocked up by Adam Lang. Stretch feet up ahead, just out of the reach of Marcus Fetchko. As Team Blue enters the zone offside with exactly 20 seconds left to go in the game's opening period.
If I remember correctly, last year's blue-white game ended up being, 10-9 or 8-7 or something like that. It was wide open, tons of goals. But man, both goaltenders have been extremely sharp here in this first period. A total of 27 shots combined for the two teams, and both goaltenders have yet to give up a goal.
Yeah, they've been very sharp so far, both in and out of the crease. Here's Gallo running out of time. He'll walk in, got a shoot, couldn't get it off as the buzzer will go, signaling the end of the opening period. And you mentioned it, defensively minded, we could say. Goaltending battle obviously ensuing here in the annual blue-white game. What other takeaways do you have from the first 20?
It was a physical period. It was definitely a physical start, and I think that's one of the things, especially from watching camp throughout the weekend, is the first half of the game, everybody's running around, everybody's physical, but regardless of how much training you put in throughout the summer, you don't have guys leaning on you, and you slowly get a little bit more and more taxed and gassed. But I thought that was a really, really impressive period. Both teams moving the puck very well. There wasn't a lot of major mistakes that resulted in any sort of opportunities in terms of scoring chances, but when the scoring chances did arise, both netminders were extremely sharp.
Shots after one, 15-13 for Team White, scoreless after 20 minutes of play.
I got my scouts here taking a peek at my draft. Oh, I got a thumbs up from Docs, and apparently I think Docs had an A+ ranking apparently on his report card from Friday night. there's a player who's yet to be named who drafted a kicker 66th overall, but we'll find the perfect time to chat about that one with that young man.
I'm sure it'll come out throughout the season. Dean Millard standing by with the ASU commit Trey Fetchko.
Thank you very much, Brandon. That did not feel like an inter-squad game. That pace was pretty fast out there.
Oh yeah, it felt like a regular season game, playoff game. It's great to see the guys are out ready to go, trying to make the team.
You guys had some good power play chances, just couldn't put it through, but do you like the way you built?
Oh yeah, I mean, we have a lot of guys that can make plays with the puck, so when we get out there, the thing is to try and get the best shot we possibly can, and we had a lot of good looks out there. Next time we'll get a power play, we'll definitely pull in the back of the net.
In Trail last year in Spruce Grove, your brother is here as well. You've played together. You've never played against each other, so tonight must be a little bit different.
Oh yeah, it's different for sure. We were matched up for the first line change, so definitely different getting out here. He's a shifty player, but yeah, it's definitely weird playing against him for sure.
And finally, yellow on the gloves, yellow on the laces too. Color coordinated, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I usually just go white laces, but this summer I wanted to change it up, go Alex Ovechkin style. It's been working out for me so far, so I'm going to keep it going during the season.
Excellent. Thanks, Trey. Off to a great start.
For sure. Appreciate it.
All right, there's Trey Fetchko. Hey, Wokey got one right off the bat with the Alexander Ovechkin comment, and boom, that's what he's wearing him for. Brandon?
Thanks, Dean. We'll step aside from Spruce Grove, 0-0. The score after one in the annual Blue-White game. Back with the full period summary after this. You're watching the Blue-White game live on the Saints YouTube channel.
Thompson Construction Group has been a proud partner of the Spruce Grove Saints for several seasons. We have the tools, support, and competitive pricing for all your construction needs. With over 50 years of experience, we have worked on various projects across Western Canada. For more information and to see some of our past projects, head to thompsoncg.ca. Thompson Construction Group, proud partners of the Spruce Grove Saints.
NextGen is a full-service provider of heavy haul transportation across Western Canada. NextGen Transportation utilizes the most experienced management team in the industry to provide exceptional service. To request a quote, and for more information, visit nextgentransportation.com. NextGen Transportation, proud supporters of the Spruce Grove Saints penalty kill.
It's time for the period summary. Brought to you by Jordan Shee, Realtor with Century 21 Masters, your local real estate expert and proud Saints sponsor.
Back in Spruce Grove, taking a look at the first period summary brought to you by Jordan Chi, Realtor with Century 21 Masters. Team Blue, Team White scoreless after 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal, White leading that category 15-13. Team White, they had 3 power plays, struck out all 3 times, 0 for 3 so far. And Team Blue, 1 power play, 0 for 1 so far on that side. That will wrap up the period summary brought to you by Jordan Chi, Realtor with Century 21 Masters. Back with the out-of-town scoreboard after this.
Queen Street Dental is the official dentist of the Spruce Grove Saints. Visit them at queenstdental.ca or by calling 780-960-1422 for all your dentistry needs.
Call Western Star Trucks North for all your heavy-duty truck needs. As a family-owned business that's proud to support our community and the Spruce Grove Saints, Western Star Trucks North is ready to help with new and used truck sales, parts and service, including custom fab and body shop work. Plus, come see the all-new Western Star 49X, filled with industry-leading technology and best-in-class safety. For more info, parts, body shop, and service, call Western Star Trucks North or visit wsnorth.com.
Let's go around the Alberta Junior Hockey League as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, presented by Silent Rides Bus Charters.
Back in Spruce as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Silent Rides Bus Charters. Contact Ted Nakamura, Ted at silentrides.ca to book your trip today. One other game going on in the AJ tonight, the preseason tilt between Whitecourt and Drayton Valley out at the Omniplex. 1-1 is the score right now in that one, nearly at the end of the first period. And we'll also tell you about the Spruce Grove Saints upcoming preseason showcase. It starts on Thursday afternoon, brought to you by the city of Spruce Grove. Olds and Sherwood Park at 2. Saints Blackfalds at 7 on Friday. Camrose and Sherwood Park at 2. And the Saints will take on the Oil Barons at 7. And then finally Saturday, Camrose and Fort Mac at 1. And the Saints take on the Olds Grizzlies at 6. We'll have full coverage of all those games on Flow Hockey, and the Saints ones simulcast as well on the Saints Radio Network. That will wrap up the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Silent Rides Bus Charters. One more break. We'll come back with the GM of the Saints, Rob Skrouk, as part of the first intermission show, brought to you by the Spruce Grove Links Golf Course.
It's hard to ask, but if you are no longer here, could your family maintain the same quality of life? Could they continue making mortgage payments, play hockey, or take piano lessons? The Cooperators wants to make sure the answer is yes. Call Ashton Agency Inc. at 780-960-5980 to talk about life insurance and protecting what matters most to you and your loved ones. That's 780-960-5980. Cooperators, a better place for you.
Back at Spruce Grove as our coverage continues of the Blue-White game tonight from the Grant Fuhr Arena, alongside the general manager of the Spruce Grove Saints, Rob Skrouk, in the first intermission show, brought to you by the Spruce Grove Links Golf Course. And Rob, how's the offseason been? Out to the golf course a couple times, I would imagine, but also excited to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, it's real good to be back in the rink, and enjoyed the summer. Spent a little time at the lake, and spent a little bit of time like on the golf course. But like I said, there's never a dull moment in junior hockey. There's always something on the horizon that you're trying to follow up with, and it's better yet even now that this we're almost through our main camp, and it's been real nice to be back inside the rink.
You had a busy offseason, 11 players gone, committed, going down to the NCAA, playing here in Canada, and a couple guys retiring, but 12 players incoming now, 12 players returning from last season, plus a whole bunch of LOIs, a couple amazing trades. Just give us your thoughts on the offseason and all the new faces we're now going to see for the Spruce Grove Saints.
Yeah, there's always a big turnover, especially at our level, and especially here in Spruce Grove. Having 11 or 12 returning players is always a plus, but bringing in some quality guys, and Trey Fetchko and Ryan Johnstone and Ryder Mader, who are going to add a little bit of a scoring punch and certainly add a bit of leadership within the room. Just their veteran presence is going to be great for the young guys that we have recruited like this year. So we're super excited about the guys that we brought in. And in saying that, our young guys have really impressed us through the first few days of our main camp.
Ryan Johnstone, one guy, I was lucky enough to watch him at the National Junior A Championship out in Portage. He played with the Pickering Panthers at the time, who won the OJHL and then continued on to the national stage. What was your mindset on him, and why did you go after him so heavily?
Yeah, you know what? He's a heavy player. He fits like our style with some speed and smarts. He can play physical. He can also play a skill game. Looking for a change to come out west, and we caught wind of that. And seeing him like first year or first hand like last year in Cornwall, he certainly turned my eyes like towards him, and has been a huge acquisition for us in the offseason.
Another guy that was in Cornwall, not for Canada East, but for Canada West, was Ryder Mader. You were the GM of that club. The Michigan Tech commit comes in, spent a couple years in Fort McMurray, a brief stint in Sherwood Park on the offseason, didn't touch the ice, but now here in Spruce Grove. Ryder seemed like a guy that maybe wanted to come here for a long time, and now you're able to get him for this season.
Yeah, it was a big acquisition for us, for sure. And in adding a big piece, you have to lose a good piece in Ewan McPherson, which we thought the world of. But when you get the character person like that Ryan's going to bring on the ice, he brings energy, he causes chaos all over the ice. He's going to be a great guy in the dressing room and part of our leadership group. So huge acquisition for the Spruce Grove Saints.
And another big offseason acquisition, not on the ice but on the bench, in head coach Ryan Marsh. He comes back to the organization. He coached here way back in the late 2000s, before this past decade as an assistant coach, then went on to the Western League, spent a season in Germany coaching pro, but this is his first head coaching job, and he's taken it here with the Saints. What was your thoughts on bringing Marsh back to the club now as the head coach?
Yeah, it's certainly, we went back to back a little bit of time where Ryan spent time as an assistant coach here in Spruce Grove. this being his head coaching job, his first head coach job. I think we're super excited to see where we're going to get to. I know there's a little bit of a difference already in the room. It's easy going, and it's been a lot of fun. But he's going to handle the guys on a professional manner, and I'm looking forward to that in working with them every day. And I'm watching. I'm obviously curious on how he's going to be handling the players. But what I've seen so far, it's been awesome.
It's going to be another exciting campaign. Last year was unbelievable. Congratulations to you, the most points ever that the Spruce Grove Saints have gathered under your direction. They also broke the home ice record for the most wins here at the Grant Fuhr Arena. And in saying that, what are your expectations going into the brand new season?
It's good. Every year we get to this point, and you kind of see around the league on what other teams are doing, and maybe what they're trying to attract, and so this has been good, and it's been good for our veteran, our returning players, and our recruits, and even the guys that we brought in. Everyone's kind of got a clean slate, and everyone's trying to push for positions and find some roles that will be identified at before the regular season. And it's always a crapshoot at this time of year. We're going to try and finish as high as we can, like in the standings. It's also the first year where there's a full interlock schedule where we're looking forward to it, 1 to 16, like in the standings. But we have 8 games in September. We're preparing now with 6 exhibition games coming up, and we'll see where things kind of pan out. But it's nice to have the returning players. It's nice to have the veteran guys that we acquired in the off season, and I think we're super excited to get started here.
It's going to be lots of fun. I'm sure camp has been a blast so far. Tonight's going to be a fun one as well, and then into the preseason. Rob, appreciate the time as always, and I'm sure we'll chat again before the home opener on September 15th.
Awesome, Brandon. Thank you.
Parkland Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is the official vehicle provider of the Spruce Grove Saints. Located just 10 minutes west of Edmonton, Parkland Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is proud to offer a great experience from the initial sale all the way through maintaining your vehicle and finding replacement parts. With over 200 new and used vehicles in stock, find your new ride at Parkland Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Open 7 days a week to serve you better at 200 St. Matthews Ave in Spruce Grove and online at parklanddodge.com.
Your roof protects you and your family from the elements. But when was the last time it was professionally inspected? Since 1976, Belvedere Roofing is a name you can count on. With over 125 years of combined commercial, industrial, and residential roofing experience, Belvedere Roofing is proud to offer the best quality roofing systems and the service you deserve. For new construction, re-roofing projects, and repairs throughout northern Alberta, Belvedere Roofing has your roofing needs covered. Request a quote today at belvedereroofing.com.
Liquor on McLeod in Spruce Grove has been family-owned and operated since 1993, featuring an incredible selection of local and popular craft beers, a large array of specialty wines, and a plethora of spirits, including local small batch distilleries. Located at 700 McLeod Avenue in Spruce Grove, Liquor on McLeod gives you personal service and believe in supporting local by investing into the community. Come into Liquor on McLeod in Spruce Grove today, or check out the newest products and in-store specials at liquoronmcleod.com.
Don't know where to start your landscaping project? Landscapes start from the ground up, and building your landscape starts with finding a good company. The Black Dirt Company has the material and expertise to help you start and finish your project right. From topsoil to compost, fill clay to gravel, decorative rock, and more. Come check us out at 300 Saskatchewan Avenue in Spruce Grove or online at blackdirtcompany.com. The Black Dirt Company, locally owned and operated since 1994.
The Saints are back on the ice. It's time for the second period. You're listening to AJHL Hockey on the Saints Radio Network.
Back in Spruce Grove as we get set for period number 2 here at the annual Blue-White game. And for Vengeance Media, the production company behind all the pictures you are seeing today and in the JPHL, HSL, and everything actually that's going to come out of Silent Ice Center in Nisku, is proud to be launching a brand new show which is going to debut on September 6th. And Dean, down to you for more on Game Changers, the home of hockey.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Really excited about this project. I come from a background of storytelling and reporting, and I love getting to the backstory of people that have changed the game. And let's make no mistake, there is a shift on right now in the game of hockey, and we want to talk about that and other people that are making a huge difference. We're going to take a look at the game from the youth level, the junior level, and of course the pro level. And how about a first show, September 6th, Wednesday, as you mentioned, we will have a WHL champion from last year, an NHL champion from last year, and a commissioner from last year. So starting off with a bang every Wednesday on Silent Ice TV, we want to tell the stories of the great game of hockey that we have and those that are changing the game. So it will indeed be the home of hockey on Silent Ice TV, and I'm sure we'll have a number of Saints on the show at times, and I think maybe even you'll drop by at some point, Brandon.
100%. Thank you very much, Dean, as we are now underway in period number 2 from the annual Blue-White game in Spruce Grove. 0-0 after 1 back inside the Cooperators broadcast booth. Tyler Woke, Download Ice Level, brought to you by Crystal Glass in Spruce Grove. And Tyler, the fantasy football, how's it going?
You know what? I'm actually pretty happy with where my team's at right now. I just got to make one quick pick here. Marvin Mims of the Denver Broncos hopefully gets rejuvenated by the arrival of Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. Actually, just a quick little story, Brandon. Hudson Whitney, the son of Ray Whitney, is actually good buddies with Sean Payton. Sean Payton's got a place at the beautiful Gaza Ranch in Idaho. They call him Coach around there. J.J. Watt, also a member there. Also another guy, Wayne Gretzky, is a member there as well.
Hudson Whitney, the 0-4 from Scottsdale. And Scottsdale like weather outside today. And a lot of history on the ice today. A lot of kids, family members, cousins with NHL ties. Dean's going to have more on that at the start of the third period, but pretty cool to see some things come full circle, and Ryan Marsh as well. And after this period will join us in the intermission show, and for him, a guy that coached here as an assistant coach from 2006 to 2010, seeing it come full circle as well. Now named the head coach of the Saints this season, and his first head coaching job back where it all began for him so many years ago. Steve Hamilton, Jason McKee, also part of that staff back then in 2010. For those Saints fans that don't know, the first time the Spruce Grove Saints won an AJHL championship. So Ryan Marsh, part of the first one, and he hopes to be part of the most recent one as well, hopefully this season.
Yeah, very interested to see and kind of the style of play that he will bring to the table here. And you know, it's kind of the end of an era as Coach Bram Steven took a step away from the Spruce Grove Saints and obviously not returning to the team this season. And you know, hats off to Bram and what he was able to accomplish in the time that he spent here and the impact that he left on not only the fans and the community, but all the players that graduated on to NCAA, U Sports, ACAC, some professional players. You know, you look at a guy like Jared Gorley, who just signed with his hometown Calgary Wranglers. You know, so many guys that Bram really touched and had a major impact on their careers. But super excited to see where Ryan Marsh is able to take this ship.
And best of luck to Bram in his next endeavors. One of the smartest guys that I've ever met in the game of hockey, and it doesn't really matter what he does, he'll be successful at it because he's got a lot of smarts. And like you said, Ryan Marsh taking over this year. Excited to see what he's going to bring to the table for the Spruce Grove Saints. And as you know by the coaches on the bench, Boyd Olson, Brandon Switzer, now returning as assistant coaches for the Saints. Ryan Reckner taking a step back, spending some more time with his family this season, but I'm sure as soon as he can, he'll be back in the rink, whether that's at the U18 level or the Junior A level or even higher. Another great hockey mind, and it's going to take some time for his 3 little kids at home, and all the best to him as well.
And speaking of, I know in the NFL they always talk about the coaching tree and assistants moving on and taking on bigger roles. You look at the Camrose Kodiaks, Derek Martin, who took the head coaching job with Camrose. He's entering his first full season as an Alberta Junior Hockey League head coach, as well as Brennan Menard, who had left Alberta for a few years, coached a little bit in in the U Sports League, and then also moved on to the Kitchener Rangers, now the head coach with the Sherwood Park Crusaders. But two guys that spent a lot of time here in Spruce Grove as assistants under Bram Steven.
And congratulations to those two guys. It'll be fun to catch up with both of them when we take on Camrose and Sherwood Park, which will be multiple times this season now with the new interlock schedule. Instead of Spruce Grove only playing the South teams twice and the North team 6 times, they'll play everybody twice at home and twice on the road. 4 total games. So Saints fans, in that case, you'll see a couple less games of Fort McMurray and a couple more games of Brooks, which every time Brooks tends to come here or the Saints go down there, they turn out to be quite dandy. So we get to treat ourselves with 2 more this season as opposed to seasons past and anything else that the playoffs may have to offer. William Brophy to the blue line, kept in by Jed Maggerel, tossing things down low to Max Watson. U18 champion last year with HC Edmonton in the JPHL. And speaking of former assistant coaches, that program ran by Sean Bell. One of the funniest guys I've ever met, and again, another great hockey mind. I know that you were in a golf tournament with him last week, and a guy that played on possibly the best World Junior team ever for Team Canada, and Sean Bell running a great program just up the road here in Edmonton in the JPHL.
Yeah, Bellsy, just an absolute beauty. And yeah, that World Junior team, I know we always talk about them, but what an incredible group. And that was the year that, Trey Fetchko wearing the yellow laces. Alex Ovechkin was in that tournament, and I believe it was Dion Phaneuf that knocked him out of the gold medal game, which that gold medal game was over as an actual contest by about halfway through the first period, as that Team Canada team full of probably, I don't know, I'm trying to go off the top of my head, probably 8 to 10 Hall of Fame players, which is absolutely incredible. You go through that roster, Crosby, you had Bergeron, you had, just so many guys. Maybe 8 to 10's a little bit high, but so many impactful NHL players, Getzlaf, Weber, tons and tons of guys.
A lot of history, and here's Alexander Babich. To streak his way in. Fought off by Team White, pucker him around at the blue line. Team Blue gonna backhand it back down low. Gave away though, Hunter Bill walking in, waiting, firing, and Onescu just getting the shaft of his goal stick on that one to turn it aside. Down low again. Hunter Bill gonna reverse things down the near side wall behind the cage for Johnstone. Johnstone in front, just missed the tape of the incoming high center, Bryson Akins. And now Team White back up the ice. Fetchko a long shot, glove by DeCook. He'll quickly play things and keep play alive as Dane DeLaze will send this out to center. Second chance, he'll backhand it down low. Onescu in the corner, was looking for his defenseman. Nearly found by Team Blue as the puck battle ensues. 6 gone now in the middle frame, still scoreless in the annual blue-white game as Zach Onescu covers up the curling rock for the whistle. And the tweets again rolling in from none other than Tyler King. And yes, Tyler, it's preseason for us too, but at least the cameras are shooting at 60 frames per second, and I know you know what that means. Team White on a right wing side, out to center, and Tyler King would have covered Johnstone at the National Junior A Championship alongside Peter Labardius, which is a blast to work from a production standpoint for me with those two gentlemen. And the Pickering Panthers not faring too well in the tournament, but Johnstone for sure one of the standouts out of the Ontario Junior Hockey League, now a member of the Spruce Grove Saints for this season.
Both netminders have been busy here tonight, but I definitely got to say that that Team Blue has had the better of the looks between the two teams, and Onescu has looked very, very sharp here, and Hunter Bills had to have had probably, I gotta just sing it off the top of my head, at least a handful of real good opportunities to shoot the puck, and I love the shooter's mentality that he has, and really trying to open up shooting lanes for himself, and has some really good vision, a guy that I'm really excited to watch here throughout the rest of this preseason and into the regular season.
A lot of exciting new faces coming into the organization as Team Blue corrals back to their own blue line. Rylan Hamstra will send it left wing side, dumped all the way down low by Seamus Fetzner. Onescu around the wall. Rimmed around by Magerl, off the dasher and all the way down the ice. This will go for icing against White. Now 12:50 left to go in the middle frame. Shots tied up courtesy of Friesenbros at 19 apiece, but 0-0 the score. And last year at this time, you alluded to it in the first period, it would have been about 6-5.
Yeah, that was a wide open game. This game, maybe not quite so much. There's been a lot less of those glaring errors and giving up really good opportunities and scoring chances. It's been really tough to create anything, and I think a little bit of that has to do with just the overall physicality of where the game's at and how difficult it has been for either team to penetrate inside of the house for any good opportunities.
Team Blue looking to fight their way down low. Inside the white zone, Talon Lewis on the attack in the far corner. Puck will rim down low. Lessick will play things for Magerl. Jed Magerl off the glass out to center. Puck will bounce inside the offensive zone for White. Quick shot and they score. Jack Drake, far side blocker on Ryan DeCook, and White on their 20th shot of the game has opened up the scoring. They lead 1-0.
Yeah, just a quick shot that eludes DeCook there, and kind of a seemingly harmless play out of the neutral zone turns into a partial 2-on-1, and just a good quick release by Jack Drake. Uses that long reach, 6'1" frame. He kind of pulls that puck to the inside of the ice, and just a great quick release. Beats DeCook high to the glove side, and we got our first goal of the game here, 28 minutes into this one.
Blue looking to respond. Busting inside the ozone, Hunter Bill, and that one finds its way through Onescu into the back of the cage. Might have been tapped in at the end by Ryan Johnstone. And Blue, just like that, seconds later responds. It's 1-1.
Yeah, apparently you just have to get up and over 20 shots on goal to be able to score a goal here tonight, and just a good follow-up play there. Partial again, 3-on-2. Hunter Bill, the driver, puts that puck on the net. Johnstone, just a great job to get to that puck, changes the angle, and Onescu's got no chance on that one.
2 goals in the span of about 15 seconds, and 1-1 the score. Now in the annual blue-white game, DeCook can move the puck around the wall, picked up down low by Adam Lang, and rimmed back down low. Alexander Babbage on his backhand. Up the near side, boards fought off by Hunter Bill all the way down the ice. Racing for it is Ryan Johnstone. He'll come out with it. Johnstone, back pass in front. Just missed Babbage. That would have been nifty if it found the back of the cage. At the line, Seamus Fetzner. Back down low. Puck rimmed around by White. Here's Hideshima on the corner. Hideshima going to fight the puck up the wall outside the zone. Will Brophy, other plans, going to hold it inside the line for now. As White muscles this out to center. Will Brophy picked it right back up, gave it away though. As Team White back in control. Another giveaway down low. Marcus Fetchko on the attack, tipped right towards the cage by Gallo. And that one turned aside again by Zach Onescu. Here's Trey Fetchko, gave it away. A long shot this time, gobbled up, held on to by Zach Onescu as Bryson Aikens let that one fly from the high slot. And a couple uncharacteristic turnovers as opposed to the opening frame here in this second period.
Yeah, whether it's maybe a little bit of the fatigue starting to set in again. These guys aren't used to having bodies crashing into them. Johnstone makes a beautiful pass there over to Babbage, and Babbage just could not find that one. As those guys start to create a little bit of chemistry as Babbage, Bill, and Johnstone have been playing together here throughout the first half of this one.
Here's White busting back up ice. Teo Pisani high slots. Jack Drake looking for his second. That one couldn't get it through the shin pads of the defenseman Nathan Hawkins. Long shot from the blue line. Just wide of the glove side of DeCook. And now Hawkins up the near side wall. Josh Polak couldn't get it out, forced to throw it back down low. Rylan Hamstra to center. Teo Pisani will take over there. Pisani will dump it back inside the offensive zone. Hamstra to the line, kept in again by White. Here's Pisani cross ice through the skates of Magerl, and here comes Blue back up ice. Polak working and playing, give and go, quick shot, they score. Marcus Fetchko, a nice feed down low from Polak, and Blue has come back to take the lead. It's 2-1.
Pisani just turns that puck over deep inside of the inside of the offensive zone, turns it. Polak and Fetchko turn it around, going the other way. 2 right-handed shots. Fetchko on the one-timer side. Good smart play by Polak to just slide that one over to Fetchko. And he's got the second goal of the game for Team Blue, as that'll be the end of the night for both starting netminders, Onescu and DeCook, as Team Blue takes a 2-1 lead here just over halfway through the second period.
Team Blue back on it down low, and we'll get a look at the goaltenders momentarily. With 9:45 left to go in the second period, both teams changing at the midway point. Here's the call on the latest goal.
Assist to number 2, Nathan Hawkins. Time of the goal, 10:01.
Nathan Hawkins gets the other assist, and will pass things down low to ice level. Dean Millard standing by now, the head coach of Team Blue, Boyd Olsen. Dean?
Thank you very much, Brandon. The whistle is just blown as I'm going to bring in head coach or assistant coach for tonight, Boyd Olsen. Man, the pace in this game and this camp, from what I've been told, a lot faster and a lot more physical than last year. What are you seeing specifically?
It's just a lot of hungry players wanting to make a team, and that's what's we've seen with the physicality and the speed and everything like that.
Ryan Marsh back. You guys played together. Some old Tri-City stories being swapped so far?
Yeah, the first couple of days there wasn't a lot of work being done, to be honest, but it's good to be back with Marshy for sure.
Excellent, Boyd. We'll let you get back to it.
Thanks.
All right, Brandon, back to you.
Dean Millard down low with Boyd Olsen coaching Team Blue tonight, and his team now taking the lead, but they got to kill a white power play. And good puck movement down low. Teo Pisani, the last one to shoot, but Joseph Quintilio taking over now in the blue cage for Ryan DeCoke, and that's his first stop of the match. And Joseph Quintilio, the JPHL champion last year in the U18 division with HC Edmonton, taking over as that one rips off the shaft of his stick. Now put on a play, Trey Fetchko with the toe drag, releasing at the other end. Now in net for Team White, Liam Jackson taking over for Zach Onescu, the 06 out of Calgary, spent last year with the Calgary North Stars in the Alberta Elite Hockey League U18 division. Oakenfold down low, pad stop made by Quintilio, and the puck ripped down the ice by Team Blue. And just so hard to come into a game. We're all over you tonight, Tyler. We're all over you.
I can feel the camera over my shoulder. Oh, geez, I can't get away with anything tonight.
Not easy to come in cold, let alone on a power play. In the case of Quintilio. It's the preseason for everybody. Quintilio, a nice stop there on the Oakenfold shot. Puck sent all the way down by Seamus Fetchner for Blue. And for Team Blue, their second power play of the game, 0 for 1 so far.
Some good puck movement by this power play, as well as they've had a few opportunities to try to get things wheeled up and lubricated, trying to get their everything in a row.
Nice little nifty move down low, a backhand forehand attempt by Bryson Aikens. Shut down by the left pad of Liam Jackson. And now White back on the attack, right side wall. Aikens able to grab that at the far blue line, rip the puck back down the ice. 20 seconds left on the Team White power play. Now trailing by a score of 2-1. White to the far blue line. Puck tipped just inside the zone. All the way down low by Ashton Hutchinson. And Blue again able to quickly get the clear all the way down the ice. Jackson got to get up quickly and play things. Nearly got it out to center, picked off though by Blue. Babbage across ice pass. Looking for his man Hunter Bill, but a penalty upcoming on the play as Bill went to fire and he took a stick up top, and that will result in another penalty here in the blue-white game.
Skiffington's going to go to the box there as Babbage tries to hit Johnstone on that one-timer side, and a stick comes up, and Johnstone ends up falling down to the ice, and this will be the second power play opportunity for Team Blue here. 0 for 1 so far tonight with one shot on goal.
Here's a look at that last little nifty backhand forehand move by Bryson Aikens down low for Blue. And now Team Blue on the power play. Their third one here of the hockey game. At the line, Hunter Bill down the near side wall, picked up by Babbage. Back to the top, Fetchner. Throws things across, now Babbage the return feed. Switching spots with Fetchner, giving him the puck. He'll walk in, attempt a shot. Pitchforking in front was Johnstone, just whistled that one wide. Might have caught a piece of the pad of Liam Jackson. Now Will Brophy busting back in, waiting, firing a shot through traffic, blocked up by Magrill. Rebound comes to Babbage, she threw that one just high. At the line, Adam Lang looking to hold it. Sent along by Jed Magrill out to center and chipped inside the O-zone by Carter Oakenfold. Exactly half a power play left to go here for Team Blue. Looking to extend their lead to 3-1. Blue with it back inside the offensive zone. Cole Cronowit near side wall back to the blue line. Delaze cross slice for Adam Lang, who fires and scores. Adam Lang, 7-hole above the pad and below the arm of Liam Jackson. Blue gets one on the power play. They lead 3-1.
Might be the start of a big offensive season for Adam Lang. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Still looking for his first official Alberta Junior Hockey League goal, but a good quick release there. And as you mentioned, just kind of handcuffs Liam Jackson short side, and that one just kind of trickles through for the power play goal for the Saints with some good moving traffic in front of the net there, creating a little bit of havoc and through a screen. Actually, sorry, that goes far side through, as you mentioned, the 7-hole right there on that left elbow. Just kind of climbs its way across the goal line.
Adam Lang with what hopes to be his first of many this season in the Alberta Junior Hockey League. Puck sent ahead by Cole Cronowit. Lekelt up the right wing side for Gallo. Return feed to Lekelt out of his reach. Gallo recollects near side wall. Cronowit down low in front looking for Lekelt. That one just missed his tape, and here comes White back up ice. Trey Fetchko. He's got the Jets on, throws it in front, just out of the reach of the incoming Teo Pisani. And now White's able to hold the puck just inside the line. High slot, Fetchko. Couldn't let the puck go. And off the blue line, Oakenfold did, and the blocker stop made by Quintilio before Team Blue sends the puck out to center. Back inside the zone, White. Oakenfold, high slot, hands it off. And the shot just goes wide by Jack Drake, looking for number 2 here. In the blue-white game, puck will pop off a couple of twigs up and into the netting now with over 15 gone in the second period. 4 goals so far in the frame. Team Blue a 3-1 lead.
Fetchko trying to show his playmaking abilities there as he was to try to slide that puck across, and here was the next look for Team White. There as that puck slides over for a quick one-timer opportunity, but unfortunately just handcuffs the shooter. He couldn't get that puck towards Quintilio.
All the way down the ice, Team Blue on the attack. At the line, Nathan Hawkins, a long shot deflected wide in front. And now chopped to the blue line, but held in again by Team Blue. Jackson around the wall, held in again by Blue. Long shot through traffic, gobbled up, held onto by Liam Jackson, the 06. He'll grab the whistle. Shots on goal brought to you by Friesen Bros, now 27-24 for Blue. And they got a 2-goal advantage.
Things have opened up here a little bit. And like I said, maybe a little bit of fatigue starting to set in, that there's just some more mental lapses that are occurring, and guys just aren't able to get to their spots in the defensive zone quite like the way they were in the first period and a half.
Matthew Lessick down low for Team White, looking for control. Picked up by Marcus Fetchko of Team Blue. Hawkins at the line, couldn't hold it, chipped out by Junshi Hideshima. Hawkins quickly retreats back and grabs control. Hawkins left side wall, sent along by Fetchko, and now dumped inside the offensive zone by Bryson Akins. White's gonna rim this around. Picked up near side by Hutchinson. He'll find Hideshima. Skating across his own blue line, got the puck to center, now brought back in by Fetchko. Lang waiting, cross ice, Babbage! And the one-timer turned aside by Liam Jackson. Good stop moving from right to left. White will subsequently ice the puck and grab the whistle. But now 3:30 left to go in the middle frame.
The best save of the game so far for Liam Jackson is he's only been in there for 6.5 minutes, but he's had to be very sharp here as Team Blue continues to pour it on. I think Blue has been the better of the two teams here so far this evening and find themselves up 3-1. Josh Polak is making a good name for himself here this evening, creating opportunities. He's had a couple partial breakaways, had the assist on the Fetchko marker a little bit earlier on this period, and continues to find himself around the net.
Good recap of our 4 goals. All 4 goals in this second period. That's got 3:10 remaining. Puck behind the cage. Babbage back to the top. Held onto by Dane DeLaze. He'll attempt the shot. Scramble ensues in front. Babbage pitchforking, but the puck is corralled by Liam Jackson. And he'll get the whistle now with under 3 left to go in the middle frame. And Dean Millard going to catch up with the most recent goal scorer as of right now. After 40 minutes, Adam Lang will join him on the blue bench after this period concludes. Up the left side wall, Team White out to center. Max Watson going to bust his way in, bouncing puck held at the blue line and rimmed around down low. Near side corner. White unable to make the play through neutral, but brought right back in. Watson high slot out of the reach of Joseph Stabley. And now the puck retained again by Team White out in neutral. Nathan Skiffington up the right side wall. That one missed the intended target. Joseph Stabley at the ozone blue line goes down for icing against Team White.
You can kind of feel the pace just starting to slow just a little bit here, and it's just such a change when you go from, doing skill skates and playing 3-on-3 and those sorts of different activities in the summertime to getting into competition and having guys lean on you and having to battle through checks and sticks and all those sorts of little details, and start to wear away pretty fast. We'll be seeing how quickly we can get it back into shape as well here, Brandon, throughout the winter, playing a little men's league. We'll see how that goes.
Tuesday nights, apparently. I got the call from the GM the other day.
You made the team?
He sent me the registration link, so
oh, wow.
I don't know what that means.
Hey, I haven't got the registration link yet, so I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit worried about my spot. He probably already picked the number.
No. I get whatever I get. Adam Lang down low for Team Blue, the most recent goal scorer. Sends the puck to neutral, pitchforked along by Adam Perron, and White quickly able to get this back up ice. Magro on the far side wall retains the zone, threw the puck across. Oakenfold the shot. Gobbled up, held on to by Joseph Quintilio. No rebound with now just under 90 seconds left in the second period.
Good quick shot there from Oakenfold. Kind of tries to change the angle just a little bit, and there was a little bit of traffic there as Lang tried to get down low to block that one, but he was able to change the angle enough that that one sifted through, and a good stop by Quintilio.
Look at this opportunity down low. As Team White, Ty Broughton found himself one-on-one with the goaltender Quintilio. Tried to go backhand, forehand up top, and just put it a little too high into the safety netting.
Yeah, good quick hands by Ty Broughton, a native of Chaska, Minnesota. Tries to go upstairs, short side over the right shoulder of Quintilio, but just misses.
Chaska, Minnesota. And talk about fun places to play hockey. As he played for Chaska High last year. Believe he was the captain as well. And just how seriously they take the game of hockey in that state is always fun to look at, especially when they do the year-end tournament at the XL Energy Center with a Wild play. Imagine filling a game with 20,000 people for high school hockey. Well, the state of Minnesota is able to do that every year.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's so cool to watch. Obviously, where that became the most famous was definitely when they started doing the all-hair team and some of the hairdos that those guys come out with and blow down to the blue line and get to wave their lettuce in front of the camera. And like you said, I couldn't imagine being a 16, 17-year-old kid playing in front of 20,000 fans in an NHL building, playing for your school, which is a really cool thing. But yeah, they know how to do hockey right. That's why they call it the state of hockey.
Good stop down low by Quintilio and Carter Oakenfold as we are into the Mr. Lube final minute here in the second period. 38 seconds left to go. Face off to the left of Mr. Coutillo. And thank you to our producer, Keaton Croninwood, for that. Baseball dress today. It's still warm in the rink. I don't know how it is at ice level, but it's comfortable up here.
I have a space heater. I'm a little bit soft. I'm soft from the time spent out in the heat.
It is hot out there, and 35 degrees today, I think Dean said. And the air conditioner doesn't stand a chance in your car when it's that hot. Thank goodness I got one at home, or I would be boiling.
I'm surprised that we didn't hear from our office meteorologist, who knows who that is, of how hot it is here today. We hear about the rain, we hear about construction. He knows who he is.
Well, he went outside today, I think, to play some golf this evening, and I did talk to him on the phone, and I said, it's a great day for golf. He goes, too hot for golf. But I'm sure he still had a fantastic time out on the courts. 15 seconds left to go in the second period. Face off to the right of Liam Jackson. Other good stuff for the youngster from Calgary. Matthew Lessick will send this back to Magaro. Jed Magaro, cross-ice flip. Lands just inside the O-zone. Long shot just drifting wide of the Team Blue net. As 40 minutes will come to a close here from the Grant Fuhr Arena in Spruce Grove. All the scoring occurring in the middle frame. 4 goals, 3 for Blue, 1 for White, and Team Blue out to a 3-1 lead after 40 minutes of play. You talked about it, maybe the pace toning down a little bit, but what were your thoughts on the second set of 20 minutes?
Well, all 4 goalies have been really sharp here tonight. Only 4 goals on 58 shots throughout this game. And, the netminders have been really sharp. Definitely the pace of play has kind of started to slow a little bit, which is something you expect. But, both teams just competing really hard. The physicality's maybe slowed down a little bit. But, Team Blue just kind of continuing to forecheck well, create opportunities out of turnovers, and have had definitely the better of the scoring chances and have been able to convert on the opportunities that they have been able to create.
Team Blue out to a 3-1 lead after 40 minutes of play. We'll send things down to ice level momentarily, as Dean Millard will catch up with the most recent goal scorer in the game. That's Adam Lang for Team Blue. And Dean, down to you.
All right, thanks very much, Brandon. Adam, have to feel good, something that you're really looking forward to doing a lot more this year with the Saints team scoring that goal?
Yeah, it obviously means a lot to get that one off the back, and it's good to have my teammates around me to get that set up, and there's good communication by my team, and it's obviously good to get that one out of the way. So
a little bit strange coming to the rink when it's 35, 36 degrees out, but the heat inside this building turned up by you guys in this game. It's 3-1. This seems like a really competitive atmosphere. How does it feel out there?
Oh yeah, it's obviously really competitive. That's kind of what our culture is, to stay competitive throughout a whole training camp and everything like that. And that's the way we're taught, obviously. And compete hard is because we want to relate it to the games, and that's how we're taught. So,
all right, going after another banner right from the blue and white game. Adam, thanks very much. Brandon, back to you.
Thanks, Dean. Download ice level with Adam Lang, the most recent goal scorer in the blue-white game. Blue, they lead 3-1 after 40. Back with the full period summary and more. After this, you're watching the annual blue-white game on the Saints YouTube channel.
Liquor on McLeod in Spruce Grove has been family-owned and operated since 1993, featuring an incredible selection of local and popular craft beers, a large array of specialty wines, and a plethora of spirits, including local small-batch distilleries. Located at 700 McLeod Avenue in Spruce Grove, Liquor on McLeod gives you personal service and believe in supporting local by investing into the community. Come into Liquor on McLeod in Spruce Grove today, or check out the newest products and in-store specials at liquoronmcleod.com.
Don't know where to start your landscaping project? Landscape start from the ground up, and building your landscape starts with finding a good company. The Black Dirt Company has the material and expertise to help you start and finish your project right. From topsoil to compost, fill clay to gravel, decorative rock, and more. Come check us out at 300 Saskatchewan Avenue in Spruce Grove, or online at blackdirtcompany.com. The Black Dirt Company, locally owned and operated since 1994.
It's time for the period summary, Brought to you by Jordan Shee, Realtor with Century 21 Masters, your local real estate expert and proud Saints sponsor.
Second period summary brought to you by Jordan Shee, Realtor with Century 21 Masters. All the scoring occurring in the middle frame so far. This one from Spruce Grove. Jack Drake opened things up from Brett Barnes and Matthew Lessick at 7:46. That made it 1-0 for Team White. Just over 10 seconds later, Ryan Johnstone answering back for Team Blue from Hunter Bill and Alexander Babich. And then fast forward about 2 minutes down the line when Blue scored once again. Josh Polak from Nathan Hawkins at the 10:01 mark, giving Blue a 2-1 lead. And then late in the period, with just under 5 minutes left, Adam Lang scoring from Dane DeLaze and Ryan Johnstone, making it a 3-1 score in favor of Team Blue. Shots on goal after 40 brought to you by Friesen Bros. Team Blue now up to 31 and Team White at 27. Special teams so far tonight. Team White 0 for 3 on their power plays. Team Blue is 1 for 3 on their respective power plays. That will wrap up the period summary. Brought to you by Jordan Shee, Realtor with Century 21 Masters. Back with more coverage after this.
The MyShack group of companies are your crane and equipment suppliers for every project. Locally owned and operated for over 25 years, MyShack can provide heavy lift cranes ranging from 10 to 660 tons. Need to transport or haul? MyShack's specialty heavy haul division can safely handle overweight and over-dimensional loads of any size. MyShack also provides engineered lift drawings, site storage, matting solutions of every style, and maintains an above-average industry safety record year after year. Find out what your crane and rigging partners can do for you at myshackgroup.com.
Q-Line Trucking is one of the largest open-deck trucking companies based in Western Canada. With a payload capacity exceeding 180,000 pounds and a best-in-class fleet of trucks and trailers, Q-Line is equipped to haul equipment across all industries and in all jurisdictions. But what sets us apart is service. From our fleet of highly skilled drivers to our team of specialists throughout the transportation process, our passion for customer service drives our success. Q-Line Trucking, moving the industries that move the world.
Let's go around the Alberta Junior Hockey League as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, presented by Silent Rides Bus Charters.
Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Silent Rides Bus Charters. Contact Ted Nakamura, Ted at silentrides.ca to book your trip today. One other game going on in the AJHL tonight, a preseason tilt between Whitecourt and Great Valley. 3-3 now the score with 5 left to go in the second period. The Saints, they open up their preseason showcase brought to you by the City of Spruce Grove on Thursday. 2 games a day for 3 days, 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock on Thursday and Friday, and 1 and 6 on Saturday. The Spruce Grove Saints in the late game each of those 3 nights. That will wrap up the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Silent Rides Bus Charters here in Spruce. Team Blue up 3-1 over Team White after 40 minutes of play.
I love, love, love my new look.
Great haircut and a great conversation.
Spruce Grove loves Central Hair Salon. Located at 250 King Street in Spruce Grove, Central Hair Salon is proud to offer a full-service spa, massages, lash bar, waxing, nails, and all your hair treatment needs. Open 7 days a week, Central Hair Salon welcomes men and kids too. And in August and September, get a free hair conditioner with any chemical treatment. Book your appointment today by calling 780-962-4142.
Excalibur Crane and Rigging is your premier choice when you need crane rental services. They're proud to be a leader in providing safe, cost-efficient solutions to clients across Alberta and throughout Western Canada. No matter your crane requirements, from the smallest picker truck job to large-scale projects requiring specialized equipment, Excalibur has the understanding and the expertise to get the job done safely and professionally. For more information, visit ExcaliburCrane.com. Excalibur Crane and Rigging, raising the bar, elevating the industry.
40 minutes in the books. Let's go back to the booth for the second intermission show, brought to you by Tim Hortons.
Back in Spruce Grove as our coverage continues of the Blue-White game tonight. This is the second intermission show brought to you by Tim Hortons in Spruce Grove alongside the brand new head coach of the Saints, Ryan Marsh. And first off, congratulations. Welcome to the organization. Can you walk us through the path and the conversations that you had with Rob and ownership that ultimately made you come here and take this job for this season?
Well, it was a little bit of a crazy July, and thanks. First of all, thanks for having me on here. Little bit of a crazy July. I was days away from heading back to Germany to Shawinigan, where I coached last year with the Shawinigan Wild Wings in the DL, and had a real good experience over there, and was excited to go back. And this came out of the blue. I was in BC and having some family time and at the lake, and the phone rings, and it was some great conversations, like you said, with Rob, with ownership, and a great opportunity. And I think the biggest thing is, I'm stepping into a really good situation. This team has been in great hands. Bram did a tremendous job, and that was one of the things that was real enticing for me, to come back to a program that's been run the right way and been running, very efficiently. And so it was one of the main things from the decision standpoint. And then also it's home for me, and a place I've been before. So it was, like I said, a little bit of a crazy July, but a great opportunity. And I'm surrounded by just great people. They've, just a great staff in place that I've stepped into. Assistant coaches have been tremendous. Rob's been tremendous. Ownership's been very supportive. And, now it's time to get to work, and build this up, and, make some tough decisions here, and move forward and get our team prepared to be at our best going into the season.
And you alluded to it. You've been here before. You were here from 2006 to 2010 under Steve Hamilton. At that time, you were his assistant coach, but your group was responsible for the first championship won by the Spruce Grove Saints in this building. What do you remember from all those years ago, and just to see it come full circle now, you taking the head coaching job here in 2023?
Yeah, it's definitely full circle. Those are some great years. Was a young group of coaches that were trying to find our way and learn on the fly. A lot of professional development, and we made it a goal as a staff to build it up here in Spruce Grove, and to try to build a championship team. And we had some lean years the first couple years, and we just started to chip away. We were able to recruit some tremendous players and along the way. And once you get a couple really top end players, more come, and then added some really key pieces around it, some really good character players, and to surround the group of high end recruits. And we were able to build it up and win a championship. It was a great feeling, because it was just a lot of work. A lot of work in those days, and real rewarding. And it's great to be back, and to see that the success has been maintained. I'm now in a position to try to continue that.
And then a quick stop at the university level, and then 8 years in the Western League, split between Edmonton and Saskatoon. You mentioned the 1 year in Germany, and now back in Spruce Grove. You take all those other years of experience and how much that has helped you, more specifically even the year of pro, to who you are now and what you're going to bring to this club.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious when you talk about all those years. I've never been in a rush for, I wanted to make sure that I progressed the right way, and tried to professionally develop throughout the course of each season, and work with really good people. And that's what, I've been very fortunate. You mentioned Steve Hamilton, Jason McKee was on the staff. Dustin Schwartz was our goalie coach, now with the Oilers. And, I progressed through the years with Ian Herbers at the U of A. And then again with Steve at the Oil Kings, Mitch Love with the Saskatoon Blades, who's, just now in the NHL with the Washington Capitals this year. It's been an unbelievable journey to get here, and like I said, working with just elite people. I've been very fortunate, and it's helped me prepare for now an opportunity to run the show here now, and which is really exciting. And it's a good feeling to come and work with great people in this organization, but be back to a place, like I said, that was home for a number of years.
Well, we're lucky to have you. Take us through main camp a little bit and just what you've seen since you've been here about the talent that this team may offer this season.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think we had a really competitive main camp. That was the message to our returning players, but we've had some really good players that have kind of started to exceed expectations out of camp that we maybe didn't know a whole lot about or had a feeling, but I've learned quickly that they're on the cusp of being a junior hockey player. So it's kept the camp very competitive. We had some tough decisions to make to get our the rosters down to 2 teams tonight, and we'll learn some more throughout the course of this game tonight and beyond. But I'm really excited. We've got a good core group of veteran players that are ready to step into, I think, a little bit more featured roles than maybe they have been in the past. And we're just as a coaching staff, we're just trying to provide them, a little bit of information every day that they can chew on a little bit to get better and challenge them a little bit. And I think they've done a really good job to this point. I'm excited to see this game tonight. There's some really good players over the course of the camp, like I said, that we've been excited to see, and excited to see them now into a actual real game here.
Coach, well, appreciate the time. Thanks for doing this, and best of luck here the rest of the way through camp, and we'll chat again, I'm sure, very soon.
Thanks very much.
The Saints are back on the ice. It's time for the third period. You're listening to AJHL Hockey on the Saints Radio Network.
Back in Spruce Grove as our coverage continues of tonight's blue-white game. Down at ice level, Dean Millard on the relationships in this one. A lot of NHL talent on the ice via family members. Dean?
Thank you very much, Brandon, and former NHLers in the stands watching this one. Hudson Whitney, we've talked about him a little bit. His father, Ray, played over 1,300 games in the National Hockey League and 1,064 points. Hudson is 6'4". Ray was 5'10", but his mother, Bridget, is where he gets the height, and also some of his moves. Ray was called the Wizard. Bridget was an internationally acclaimed dancer, and so maybe the feet are pretty good from both of them. And then there's Teo Pisani, Fernando's son. Oiler fans remember what he did in 06 with 14 goals on their run to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. And the Magarel brothers have a little bit of an NHL connection as well. Jed and Brady's dad, Adam, was drafted by the Philadelphia Flyers. So the bloodline's running deep on the ice for the Saints. Brandon.
You know who's wicked? Is Dean Millard. Picking up all of that information. One of the best in the business. Glad to have him on our team here. He had 4 Vengeance Speedy and with Silent Ice, and as are we with the rest of our production staff. It's the preseason for us too, so it's always good to get some touches in and get the rhythm down before the real season starts. And for the Saints, that's on September 15th. They will host the Grand Prairie Storm in their 2023 home opener. Lots of fun planned, of course, for that. And more details coming out soon prior to the date, which is still 2 weeks away, but it'll be here before we know it. Brandon D1 Cheshin up top tonight alongside Tyler Woke at ice level and Dean Millard rinkside. And Tyler, a big third period here. 3-1 the score for Blue Team White, and Brandon Switzer looking to claw back and pull even.
Yeah, had a chance to chat with in the intermission there with assistant coach Boyd Olson, the head coach of Team Blue here this evening, and we definitely both agreed that the story here tonight has been the way the netminders have played. Some of the chances that they've had to thwart have been very, very dangerous opportunities, and the goalies definitely look like they're in mid-season form here already.
Back-to-back icing calls against Blue, and Ryan Johnstone that time maybe thinking he won the race. There is a look at the white bench. Wade Sadaway, Grant Fuchsin, and Brandon Switzer manning the white bench tonight. And Brandon Switzer pulling out the suit tonight.
Yeah, I was just actually going to compliment him on the denim and the suit blazer combo. It looks pretty sharp. I said you're already dressing like it's the middle of the season.
Mid-season form. Look good, feel good, coach good.
Never know who's watching.
White going to send the puck down the ice. No icing this time is Alexander Babbage. The Chicago, Illinois product will send this to center. The offensive zone line, Marcus Fetchko looking to punch the puck down low. Team Blue leading 3-1 here in the annual Blue-White game. Glad you're with us on the Saints YouTube channel and Saints Radio Network. As Team White down low pushes to pull within one. Ryder Mader in the corner, Michigan Tech commits. Looking to kick the biscuit around the wall. Will be picked up by his teammate, thrown back to the blue line. Long shot by Matthew Lessick. Nearly gobbled up down low, but the rebound finds its way in front. A nice stop made by the goaltender Joseph Quintilio's left pad to keep that one outside the cage. Will Brophy will toss this back down low. Seamus Fetchner gave it away down low. Jack Drake in a backhander, and he scores. Jack Drake with his second of the hockey game, as he's got both goals for Team White, and they have now pulled within one.
Silky smooth mitts there by Drake as he pulls that puck off an unfortunate turnover there off of Fetchner's stick, and he again uses that reach, kind of shows like he's going to go across the goal mouth right here, forehand, backhand, and then he just kind of goes back short side. Beautiful goal, a couple nice goals by Jack Drake, a native of Calgary, Alberta, who played for the Airdrie Bison's U18 team last season.
The 06. Here's the call.
14, Jack Drake, unassisted.
Bradley Gallo moving back in, looking for a toe drag. Just couldn't get the release down as the puck was chopped off his stick by the back-checking Cole Kronowitz. Blue back on it inside their own zone. Hamstra over to Hawkins, now to Kronowitz at center. They'll gain the red line, fire the puck in. Liam Jackson back for White outside his cage. They'll pitchfork the puck around, picked up by Gallo at the line. Lang. He'll walk in, fire a drive. That missed high on the far side. Kept in the blue line by DeLaze. DeLaze is shot down the near side wall, picked off, sent back to center. And here's Lang with it. Adam Lang dancing inside the zone, sends the puck across. Picked up by Whitney. He goes off the glass, kept in by Blue. As Whitney's right back on the near side wall. Blue able to regain control in the corner. Callan Lewis all over it. Puck will pop back to the line and out to center. White now with control inside their own zone. Oakenfold will throw this across to Magerl. Magerl to center. Great stick down low by Will Brophy to break up that attempt. And so corral on the far side wall. Send this just out to center. In stride, moving along for Team Blue is Adam Perron. Took down his man in the process. As the puck will come left side. Max Watson getting the bad end of that battle. White back on it at center. Brady Magerl will send this along. Oakenfold the shot. That one missed up top. Kicked at near side corner by Blue. And now moved around by Nolan Struick over to William Brophy. And up the right side boards, Ryan Johnstone on the attack, taking down Ryder Mader in the process. And now Hunter Bill at center for Team Blue. Bill busting in, hands it off. Johnstone, a quick shot. Shaft stop made by the goal stick of Jackson. Babbage back to the blue line. Cross ice feed picked off, and Trey Fetchko will take this out to center. Mader going to get a stick on it, but Blue able to recollect. Walking back in, Bill waiting a backhander, but it was poke checked off his twig by Jackson. At the line, here's Nathan Hawkins with a drive, blocked up in front. Johnstone swiping at it, puck will pop up, and the pop fly collected and held by the outfielder Jackson for the whistle with nearly 5 gone here in the third period.
Good active stick there by Jackson as it was just a turnover at the defensive blue line by Team White that Babbage jumps all over. Good quick pass over to Hunter Bill, and Bill takes that right to the paint, and a good active stick there as Jackson reads that he's going to be trying to pull that puck across the face of the goal mouth.
Got the face-off puck in the far side corner. Moved around the wall by Skiffington. Parker will swipe this out to center. He's got Hideshima with him. Long shot off the blocker of Quintilio, steered aside by the Blue goaltender. Now Team Blue in transition out to center. Puck dumped in by Nathan Hawkins, played down low by Jackson. Around the wall, Marcus Fetchko was the target, As Skiffington sends this all the way down the ice, icing waved off. First man back, Dane DeLaze for Team Blue, but the puck will squirt right to Quintilio, and he'll hang on for the whistle.
Yeah, again, you can kind of see the pace going in little spurts as there's little bursts of energy from both sides, but you can tell these guys have played a lot of hockey over the last 3-4 days and started to take a bit of a physical toll and maybe even a mental toll. You look at that bit of a mistake by Fetchner to turn that puck over in the defensive zone that turns into Jack Drake's second goal of the game.
Off to face off, Blue looking for it down low. Here's Adam Lang. He'll fire this up the boards, held in by Whitney, but I believe offside or a hand pass at the white O-zone. Blue line will halt play.
$330, and ticket number is D1517.
By 50-50 tonight, Mr. Tyler Vogt?
No, I did not. It's usually just a donation, so.
Team Blue out to center. Aikens will fire the puck in. Moved around by Jackson. Whitney around the wall for Magarol. It'll come all the way up and be punched out by Stabley. Just inside the Blue zone. Hold on though, as streaking in for Team White was Ty Broughton. Nearly got the handle and a scoring chance, but good defensive play down low by Blue to break that up at the last second. Here's Max Watson down low for White. A backhander to center. Picked up again by Blue. Fetchner working his way ahead at the O-zone blue line. Gallo able to keep his teammates on side. Back pass in front, just sent wide by the incoming Cole Kronowitz. Blue back on it. Kronowitz on his backhand fires. Might have caught his stick. Courtesy of Jed Magarol and deflected up and out of play. As the younger brother of Ethan Kronowitz looks to pot one here tonight.
Gallo's made a couple nice plays here tonight, being playmaker with this pass. Great pass to Kronowitz, and he just tries to elevate that up over the right shoulder of Jackson, and unfortunately just kind of slides that one a little bit too high, but a couple good looks by the line mates of Gallo here this evening.
Owen LeKelt and Cole Kronowitz, teammates last year in the JPHL with the Titans Hockey Union U18 program. Puck will be pitchforked out to center, picked up by Matthew Lessick, another member of that Titans program. He'll fire the puck left side while banked along. Here comes Mader inside the zone. He'll walk in fire off the right shoulder of Quintilio. And into the glass down low, a late hit is gonna halt play. Maybe another hand pass down low. Nonetheless, 3-2 Blue on top here with 13 minutes left to go, and maybe that one just went outside of the playing surface. You have to face off White. And knock this inside the line. Hideshima carrying. He'll fire a shot blocker to side by Quintilio. Rebound will pop out. Up the wall, here comes Adam Perron for Blue. He'll get it just inside the zone. Nolan Struick, a good stick there to intercept the breakout pass, but White nonetheless to center. Hideshima dancing in, firing a shot wide short side. Now a sharp angle try through traffic. Didn't quite get through off the tape. Fetchko down low. Now a centering attempt for Jack Drake, just fought off again in front. As Nathan Hawkins now retrieves the biscuit for Team Blue around the wall, held into the line. Long flutter puck through traffic by Hamstra. Ends up being cleared outside of the danger zone, but a big check down low in front as a couple of guys combine. Here's Blue back up ice. Dancing in as Talon Lewis just couldn't get the shot off, broken up by the White defense. Lewis looking for it inside the line. Now moved out by Skiffington. Gave it away though. And here's Adam Lang sending it middle. Lang looking for the return feed down low. Nearly got it courtesy of Adam Perron. As Blue looks to retain behind the cage. Puck is ripped back to the blue line. Sent across. DeLaze to Lang. His shot blocked up. And now in the corner, Bryson Aikens. Pinned along the wall by Spencer Greiba. As the puck is rimmed to the far side wall. Fetchner down low, looking to keep the puck inside the line, backed up by Lang. His drive goes high, up and over the white net. Team White looking to stave off the blue attack in hopes of equalizing the game. As Aikens down low, flips it out in front. Why not give it a shot in a setting like this? As White softly dumps the puck down.
Yeah, he tried it.
Lang up the far side wall. Puck is chipped to center. Picked up and now sent along by Marcus Fetchko. Was looking for Babbitt streaking in. And now turned around by Max Watson. Watson inside the line for Team White. Hands it off. Ryder Mader. Checked at the top of the circles. Backed up by Magrill. He'll deflect this down low. Brady Magrill in front, looking to go brother to brother. And that one just bounced off his twig before he could go around the world right in front of the Team Blue crease. And now Blue firing the puck the length for a icing call with 10:34 left to go in period number 3. Down low once again, let's check in with Dean Millard.
Thanks very much, Brandon. There's a lot of excitement in the city of Edmonton, or should I say just south of the city of Edmonton, for the Silent Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. I call it the Jewel of the West, and that state-of-the-art barely begins to describe how nice this facility will be. Not only just 2 arenas, the Hatchco Arena will have a giant bowl. The Hesco Arena will also provide some great entertainment. There is a 3rd floor restaurant that will be opening, and this certainly will be a destination for fans, and players are going to love it. 2 pro-style dressing rooms in this. It'll be home of HC Edmonton, and Silent Ice also renovating the Morinville AAA Arena, which will be home of the Titans Hockey Union in the JPHL. So as we say, these kids get treated better than anybody, and Brandon, they will have a beautiful new place to play out of, and we will have a beautiful place with For Vengeance to broadcast a lot of games, including Winter Championship and the playoffs, which I know you are really excited about as well.
I'm excited to throw a ton of resources at it, maybe rival that of TSN's coverage of the Memorial Cup. I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. 9:35 left to go in the 3rd period, and Tyler, you were actually out there, I believe, this morning checking out that facility and its progression. What a palace it's going to be. Just in Nisku, Alberta. Just everything that you could possibly do right. These guys did. They went to the right people. They asked experts in every field what the best way to do things is, and it's translated into one heck of a beautiful facility, and in Dean's words, the Jewel of the West.
Yeah, it's it kind of takes your breath away the first time that you ever walk into it, and you know we've gone, the only times we've gone in it, it's obviously a construction site, and guys and gals are working all over the facility and in different areas, and you know, you could just kind of imagine it to yourself of what it looks like and what it's going to look like as a finished product. And it's, you know, even just going in there with, you know, with Chad and JJ, the business team, and some of the advertisers and partners that have gone on tours, and just seeing their reactions, they just echo exactly what our thoughts are going in there. And it's, and you mentioned it, Brandon, there's no stone that was unturned. The width of the hallways, the attention to detail on the benches, the amenities, the views, the everything. It's pretty spectacular. I know the video board just got put in, and that was up there today. So just cool to see kind of the progression of it as things kind of move along here. And I know we're going to have some limited occupancy here very quickly, and some teams are going to be practicing out there, and it's going to be like Dean said, it's going to be a destination for a lot of different events, whether it's on or off the ice, and it's nothing short of spectacular. I'm not a guy that gets lost for words very often, but that place is something that's going to be very, very special, and it already is, and it's still under construction.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool when it opens up, and for Saints fans as well, the city of Spruce Grove, and a project with a brand new arena as well, just off Highway 16. And Century Road, and completion for that not released yet. If I had to hazard a guess, and don't quote me on it, but maybe a Christmas present in 2024. or a New Year's gift in 2025. We'll see what happens. But the dirt is moving, and there's action there as well for Saints fans. And not to take away from the Grant Fuhr Arena, a ton of history in here, and J.J. Hebert, our business development vice president, put it very well when he first walked in here. He said, it reminds me of Rexall Place. And a lot of history. It's well kept. It's well maintained. But there will be a time when it's time to move out and move on to something a little bit better. But this arena has treated this team well now for 20 years. As the Saints, of course, celebrating their 20th anniversary this year with that brand new logo I'm sure you've seen on social media and online. But this place has been home for a long time. It'll be a tough day when it does happen, but like all good things, it must come to an end. But just even you and me, I mean, I played in this building locally as well for a lot of years. You've been here for skill developments over the years. There's a lot of history in here as well.
Yeah, it's it actually, you know, I don't think it really, I mean, it won't hit you until, you know, you step foot into the new facility and the Saints are playing a home game there. But, you know, the thoughts definitely started to cross my mind for sure that, you know, this isn't going to be the home of the Saints forever. And you think, you look at all the banners across from me right now and the history and the elite players that have come through, the elite human beings that have come through on so many different levels, players, coaches, you know, staff, everybody that's come through these doors and the championships that have won here. And, you know, it's always going to be the Furzy, but like you said, all good things do come to an end.
Bryson Aikens, a good look there for Team Blue, but here comes Fetchko the other way for White. White down by 1, 3-2 the score, 6:30 left to go. White with it inside the offensive zone. Sent around down low, and they score. Right on cue, Team White able to tie the game up at 3. And with 6:26 left to go, a tied hockey game here at the annual Blue-White game. Ryder Mader, welcome to Spruce.
What a beautiful goal. And that also kind of started from Fetchko wheeling around, makes a good pass on his backhand side over to Pisani. Pisani finds a little bit of space, goes down low, and Mader showing what he's going to do all season. He's going to go hard to the net. He's going to go to the gritty areas, and definitely have started to really notice Mader here in this third period kind of come alive, keeping plays, keeping pucks alive, winning battles, keeping his teammates involved in the game, moving the puck down low, making it very difficult for the other team to try to get the puck out of the zone, and he gets rewarded with the tying goal there with just over 6.5 minutes to go in this third period.
Maybe a little quiet in the opening frame, but definitely well in stride now for the back 40-some of this hockey game. Ryder Mader, of course, acquired via Sherwood Park for Ewan McPherson about a month ago in an off-season trade. He was in Sherwood Park via Fort McMurray at the end of the season. Never touched the ice with the Crusaders and is now set to be a Saint here this campaign. Pace picking up here in the final couple moments as a quick shot in blue is back on top. Ryan Johnstone with his second over the blocker of Liam Jackson. White again finds themselves down by 1.
Yeah, quick response by Team Blue. Just about 60 seconds later, Johnstone takes a great feed from Lang off the right half wall. Nice soft catch and release, and just blisters one past Jackson on the blocker side there. And that's one of the things I've really noticed, Brandon. I know we talked about a little bit earlier on in the broadcast, is just the confidence level of Adam Lang and his ability to make quick decisions and quick plays with the puck. There's another golden showcase of that added skill set that he's got this season.
Ryan Johnstone, the 04, acquired again via trade from the Pickering Panthers of the Ontario Junior Hockey League. A lot of games in the spotlight for him last year. Not only represented Team Canada East at the World Junior A Challenge, but also with Pickering at the National Championships later on in May. Here's Gallo working and firing off the bar into the near side glass.
Ryan Johnstone. Assist to number 27, Hunter Bill, and number 20, Alexander Babbage. Time of the goal, 14:27.
The numbers, they are tough to see. Adam Lang deserving all the credit for that play. 4:35 left to go, and White again finding themselves down by 1. Race for the biscuit back inside the White zone. Played across and picked up again by Team Blue. Shoveled back to the blue line. Nolan Struick will get some help in firing that back down low. Here's sidewall at the line. Held in, ripped right back down low by Talon Lewis. Picked up by White. Exit attempt from Barnes. Picked off. He'll get it right back though as Blue's got a tag up on the offside. And now White's again out to neutral. Grabbed and played back along by DeLaze. I'll rip it back inside the O-zone. Sharp angle shot attempt blocked up by the shin pads of Nathan Skivington. And as the puck is sent out to Brady Maggerl, who fires it in on Quintilio. He'll quickly play things across. Here's Adam Lang. Long sauce up the middle. Nearly found the streaking Aikens. Was broken up though. Good stick by the Team White defenseman of Spencer Greiba. Oakenfold out to center. He'll find Fetchko. Trey Fetchko busting in around the cage. Wraparound attempt. Didn't get all of it. As White looks to regain down low. Teo Pisani back to the top. Whitney a long shot. Just fought off in time. Fetchko back in front. Nobody home. As the puck is grabbed by White. They'll just keep it inside the line. And scratch that. Just came out. So some time here for Adam Lang to fire this out to center. Dumped in by Blue, but on their side of the line. So icing the call in White. An offensive zone draw down 1 with 3 minutes left to go.
There's a look at that Gallo opportunity from a couple minutes ago on the partial 2-on-1. Just decides to keep it. And then he finishes off that shift with a big collision in that far corner. But man, you could just already see the offensive awareness that Fetchko has. He just makes some no-look plays. He puts pucks into dangerous areas in the offensive zone. Been very impressed with the ASU commit so far here tonight.
A lot of fun to watch. Team Blue able to get the puck out, send it down the ice. And now fighting down low is Josh Polak in the O-zone. Polak alongside Aikens, looking to kill some time off the clock as White gets this back out to center. Hideshima, a bank pass along. Here's Drake, a backhander towards the cage, held on to by Joseph Quintilio. He'll take the whistle with now 2:31 left to play in regulation time. 3-on-3 for 5 minutes in a shootout, if need be, here in the blue-white game. And here's what you're alluding to all night. Trey Fetchko. Skilled, speedy, shifty, and able to generate a lot of stuff right in the danger zone.
Yeah, and right here, just knows where to put the puck into a dangerous area. He knows he's not going to score from there, but he keeps the play alive, puts the puck back into the house. And another thing that I've really noticed from him tonight, I know he's a big Ovi fan. One thing that Ovi is not good at is the backhand side, and Fetchko's made a couple really nice, delectable saucer passes on the backhand side, something that allows guys to be so much more dangerous. You look at a guy like Leon Draisaitl and what he's able to create because he's so dangerous on both hands.
Ryder Mater down low for White. 2 minutes left to go in regulation time. White looking for the tying marker. Babich rims the puck around near side. Racing over, Johnstone couldn't get it out. Falls back down low, Fetchner. Around the wall. Now Babich will flip this to center. Picked up by Carter Oakenfold just inside his own zone. Dangerous pass up the middle. Picked off and slapped all the way down by Johnstone. Hunter Bill able to beat out the icing calls. Nathan Hawkins couldn't hold the line. Here comes Oakenfold left wing wall. Oakenfold broken up just inside the O-zone. Puck will fall below the goal line. Fetchko right back out there. Backhander back to the blue line. Nobody home though as this drifts all the way back to Liam Jackson. And he'll play things down low. Crunch time now for Team White, down by a goal. Do they call timeout? The next whistle, we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, Brandon Switzer's got the finger in the air. Waiting to call Jackson for the extra attacker as we hit 60 seconds.
Mr. Lou, final minute of play, and there goes Jackson to the bench. Empty net for Team White, and they're going to blow things dead down low. I'm pretty sure that was Nathan Hawkins holding the puck below the goal line and generating the whistle, and now you see Brandon Switzer and Team White calling timeout with 53.2 seconds left in the third.
Probably going to drop the annexation of Puerto Rico. I don't know. You might even be too young for that reference.
Yeah,
I know Dino's probably laughing in his headset right now because he knows what I'm talking about.
We can bring Dean any time.
Yeah, bring him in.
Dean, do you know what we're talking about?
Sorry, you guys cut out there for a second.
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
Yeah, do you know what movie that's from?
I'm going to guess it's late 80s, early 90s.
I don't even know. Might be, no, maybe like mid to late 90s, a football movie. A kid's football movie. I'll keep giving you hints.
Is it not Air Bud?
No. Little Giants.
Oh, see, that's a little. I think I was a little too old for that.
Little Giants. Yeah, what a classic. The Icebox. Brandon, you got to watch that movie.
I will.
Yeah, you know, I don't think it's a Disney movie, but it could be. It's kind of like put it this way. It's like a football take on like the original Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
Like one team's the powerhouse. They're the Dallas. They all wear the Dallas Cowboys gear. All the kids are geared right up, and then the team who is like the team of misfits are the New York Giants, and they wear the Giants jerseys. Anyway, that's a huge digression.
46.9 seconds left, and Team White vying for the tying goal. That one a little bit too high off Matthew Lessick. Face off to the left of Quintilio. And there's some bragging rights on the line. Boyd Olsen, Brandon Switzer, they got a bet going on. Wouldn't tell me what it was, but they do have something going on between the two of them. Fall start off the face off. They'll redo things. Left side of Quintilio. Puck picked up by Blue off the face-off. Lang gonna sauce this out to the red line, knocked down by Magarol. Magarol over to Lessick. Lessick stopping up, 35 left to play. Lessick up the left side wall. Puck is chipped in by Jack Drake. Adam Lang back on it around for Will Brophy. Brophy up the wall looking for Johnstown. Goes off of Oakenfold up and out of play. And the face-off will stay, looks like inside the O-zone. For Team White, now 25 seconds left. Scramble draw, White looking for control, picked up by Brophy. He's gonna try hold it in the corner as long as he can. Broken free by Fetchko. Attempt to get it out by Hunter Bill, and he will softly get it down the ice, and this just will be icing against Team Blue. 12.1 now left on the clock, and what type of face-off play does Team White have up their sleeve to get possession and get a shot and a scoring chance?
Oh, see. Yeah, Bader's going to go in to take the face-off here instead of Oakenfold. Right-handed shot instead of a lefty.
And right on cue, Alexander Babbage. One of the best guys in the draw, even in the preseason. Able to win that one back. 5 seconds left. Babbage is going to hold it. And that is going to do it. Team Blue, on the back of Ryan Johnstone's pair of goals, take this one by a final score of 4-3. And a highly entertaining tilt. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. A little more to come. Post-game reaction from Team Blue, as well as the post-game show brought to you by Thompson Construction Group. But Tyler, your thoughts tonight on the annual Blue-White game?
Oh, it was a very competitive game. You know what? The goalies played very well here tonight. That's kind of the one story that I have for sure. But you know, a couple of young guys really played well here tonight. Jack Drake had a couple of goals. You know, Josh Polak didn't find himself on the score sheet here tonight with any goals, but did have a beautiful assist and had a number of really good opportunities. And I think a lot of these guys, there's quite a few guys that played in tonight's game that are going to make some difficult decisions for the coaching staff that much more difficult.
They got a hard job indeed. As we recap a couple of the markers tonight, there's the Johnstone game-winning goal. And Ryan Johnstone, the talk of the broadcast for a couple moments tonight. Looking for a move out west, found a home here in Spruce Grove via trade from the Ontario Junior Hockey League, and based on his performance tonight is going to be a lot of fun to watch here throughout the 2023-2024 season. Jack Parker on the other side, a nice night for him. 2 markers for Team Blue. And as there's Ryan Johnstone's first of the night way back in the second period as we take you through all the goals here tonight from the annual Blue-White game at the Grant Fuhr Arena. And we mentioned off the top, Spruce Grove Saints giving back to the community here tonight. And all the proceeds going to the Parkland Food Bank. Over $500 in a vast amount of unperishable goods, I'm told, is going to be donated off to the Parkland Food Bank. So thank you again to all the Saints fans and Saints Nation for their support. They're so blessed here in Spruce Grove to have such a great community behind this club. They support this team each and every night, and even though it was 35 degrees outside tonight, they still came out and were able to support the club. We'll head down low to ice level momentarily. I believe Dean Millard is going to grab the man of the hour, Mr. Ryan Johnstone. 2 goals tonight, including the game winner for Team Blue. And Dean, down to you.
Thanks very much, Brandon. Just getting everybody escorted off the ice. Ryan, you couldn't have probably asked for a better start to wearing that jersey. How did it feel tonight?
Felt amazing. I mean, super excited to be part of this organization. You know, I want to play like their legacy. They're a championship winning team, so I kind of want to go deep in the playoffs this year. So.
Well, you went deep last year. You played a lot of marquee events at the World Junior A Challenge, the National Championship, and you mentioned when you look up at all the banners, how excited were you when you found out you were coming out west?
It was surreal. I couldn't wait. I was counting down the days every single day until obviously that little camp we had in July and then this main camp in August. I'm so excited to get the season started here.
Good start tonight already with a couple, and we look forward to chatting with you throughout the year.
Thank you.
All right, there's Ryan Johnson, Brandon. We'll send it back up to you to wrap things up after a 2-goal performance from the newcomer.
Thank you very much, Dean. We'll take a break here from Spruce Grove. Come back with the post-game show brought to you by Thompson Construction Group. Johnstone with a pair. And Blue, winners tonight, 4-3.
Phoenix Physical Therapy in Spruce Grove is unique. We're proud to offer individual appointments to our clientele, which means that you are the only one in our care for the duration of your appointment. Our team of experienced physical therapists offer one-on-one manual therapy, shockwave, IMS, and women's health therapy. And our skillful massage therapists specialize in deep tissue massages, TMJ issues, headaches, or a wonderful relaxing massage. Book with us today at phoenixphysicaltherapy.ca or call 780-960-0868.
Relax, play, and dine. The Links at Spruce Grove is one of the best public golf courses in the Edmonton area. With outstanding course conditions and great pricing, the Links offer the best value for golfers of all skill levels. And after your round, quench your thirst and your appetite at the beautiful full-service restaurant and patio. The Links can also take care of all the details to make your next meeting, wedding, or special occasion memorable. Book your tee time 7 days in advance at linksgolfcourse.com.
Instant analysis, post-game reaction, players of the game, and more. It's time for the post-game show, brought to you by Thompson Construction Group. Once again, here's Brandon Ewan Cheshin.
Team Blue tonight, the winners of the annual Blue-White game, 4-3 the final from the Grant Fuhr Arena in Spruce Grove. Brandon Ewan Cheshin alongside Tyler Wolk back with you for the post-game show, brought to you by Thompson Construction Group. And this one definitely had peaks and valleys for sure, Tyler. But what were your thoughts overall tonight? A good showing from the Spruce Grove Saints, final 50 players or so in tonight's Blue-White game.
Yeah, you know, the guys that played here tonight, they left it all out on the ice for sure. And, you know, there was, as we talked about just briefly there before the break, you know, some young guys that really stepped up and played well. But then also, too, you got a bunch of vets that I thought, you know, really kind of have shown where their games have elevated to, especially a guy like Adam Lang. He's always a presence out there because of his physicality and the way that he moves, but the confident nature that he was able to play with here tonight and that he's brought into camp so far here this season is awesome. You know, Ryder Mader introducing himself to the Grant Fuhr faithful here tonight with a goal in the third period and really started to elevate his game as the game got deeper into this one. You know, Ryan Johnstone, a guy that I know you talked about quite a bit after coming back from the NJAC last year, and to hear how excited he is to be becoming a Spruce Grove Saint and what it means to him, that becomes infectious. That's something that's super exciting, and the guys in the room, I don't think they ever take it for granted that they're a Spruce Grove Saint, but when you see guys that come in from other programs and other areas of the country, or even American players that come up here and get to see the tradition and to see how excited they are, it kind of gives you that even more of an added boost and a shot of adrenaline in the arm. And it was a fun hockey game, a little bit more low scoring than what the blue-white was last year, but lots of fun to cover. And the people at home are probably like, oh, thank God this guy gets off the air here after we had to hear about his fantasy football draft. But I was so stressed in the first half of this game trying to do that draft, and having Jake coming over my shoulder, checking out what I'm doing, and the Dawkins asking me how it's going, and Fusion asking me how it's going, and I got some thumbs up here tonight, so I'm pretty happy with the way that went. But it was a great hockey game tonight, and I think we started to kind of see what the mentality of this Spruce Grove Saints team is going to be this year under a new coaching regime, with Ryan Marsh being the new bench boss for the Spruce Grove Saints. And it's definitely going to be an exciting season. A lot of team speed, which is something that we're very accustomed to, but I really felt that the physicality was probably one of the other things that really stuck out to me here this evening.
Yeah, it popped out in a game where you maybe don't see that too much. It was very physical early and throughout tonight. The goaltenders were great. Like you mentioned, Ryan Johnstone, one of the stories. Jack Drake on the other side, couple markers for him. Ryder Mader had a goal as well, as did Adam Lang tonight, for a couple guys that Saints fans are familiar with. We'll go back down to you, Tyler, for the players of the game, brought to you by Knight & Co. in downtown Spruce Grove. Who do you got tonight from, unfortunately, the losers in Team White?
For Team White, I'm going to pick Zach Onescu. He had himself a really good game. I felt that when him and DeCook were in the pipes, they were probably the two best players that were on the ice. So as per tradition, I'm going to go with both goalies from both teams. When Onescu left the crease just halfway through the second period, he had made 21 saves on 23 shots and had made a number of very, very sharp saves. Good to see him healthy again. And then Ryan DeCook, this was kind of one of the first times that I've seen him live playing in a game, and he was very sharp as well. Gave up the one goal on 21 shots, so he was good for 20 saves on 21 shot attempts on him. So those are the two players of the game that I had that they were definitely, in my opinion, the two best players on the ice at the time when the game was really intense and there was some good opportunities for both teams, but both netminders were extremely sharp.
Final thoughts tonight from Spruce.
Excited to see a new team come in here on Thursday evening, and to see the guys get into some live battles. If this is what the inter squad games are looking like in the intensity, that it's going to be even higher when they start to play some with some live bullets, so to speak, and to play a team that's not wearing the same logo as you, and to see how guys kind of ramp up and to see the intensity kind of carry on and see some of the guys that we didn't see here tonight and that sort of thing.
That will wrap up our coverage here tonight from Spruce Grove and the annual Blue-White game. On behalf of our entire crew from Floor Vengeance Media, our camera operators tonight, Jake Van Eimschoot and Mitch McEwen, our producer, Caden Kronowitz, and our broadcast team, Dean Millard, Tyler Oak, and myself, Brandon Iwancheshin. So long. Good night from Spruce Grove. Blue the winners tonight 4-3 over Team White in the annual Blue-White game. We'll talk to you Thursday when the City of Spruce Grove preseason showcase commences. Saints hosting the Black Falls Bulldogs at 7 p.m. on Thursday night. Until then, enjoy your Tuesday night.
You have been listening to AJHL Hockey on the Saints Radio Network. This live play-by-play broadcast is intended for the private audience of our listeners. Any rebroadcast or use of this audio without express written consent of Floor Vengeance Media is strictly prohibited. All games, all season, right here on the Saints Radio Network.